Savage Storm Athletics are sponsored by U.S. Cellular, Shelburne Heating and Air, Cherokee Communications, and El Caporal. The Savage Storm are also brought to you by Burridge Law, Westside Family Dentistry, Stuteville Chevrolet, and Shamrock Bank. Also sponsoring the Savage Storm, Choctaw Careers, Taco Casa, your local Texoma Chevy dealers, Excel Therapy, and the Wine Cellar. The Savage Storm are brought to you in part by Sparlin Realty, Applebee's, The Artisan at Brick Street Hotel, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Arnett Insurance. The Savage Storm are sponsored in part by Durant Lumber, your farmer's insurance agent, Al Olson, Discover Durant, Blue River Winery, and Green Spray Food Center. And now let's head to the field for Savage Storm football.
And a good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you into Magnolia, Arkansas, where today Southeastern Oklahoma State, their final road game of the season as they take on Southern Arkansas. The Mule Riders, a team varied success against over the course of time. A 20-25-3 record all time, although they have struggled out here in Magnolia where they have gone 9-15-1 against the Mule Riders. As for the Mule Riders, this is basically their first home game in 4 weeks. You got to go all the way back to a home matchup against Southwestern since they had played here at Rip Powell Field. Back-to-back losses, of course, losing to East Central and Ouachita, games in which they gave up 40 or more points in each of those games. And then the matchup with Arkansas Tech, that was actually on a neutral field. So it's been a while since Southern Arkansas has gotten to play in front of a home crowd. And it was a team that last regional rankings came out. They were in the top 10. They were 10th. 8 teams get into the postseason with those back-to-back losses for the Mule Riders, obviously setting them back. For Southeastern, it's an opportunity to essentially end the Mule Rider season with a week to go in GAC play. It's the First United Bank pregame show. We have our weekly conversation with Coach Bo Adterbury. We'll talk about the heartbreaking loss last week at home against Henderson State, plus our player spotlight. It's all coming up for you now. It is the First United Bank pregame show.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it making more money. Spend it making more memories. Spend it learning a new skill. Spend it teaching an old trick. Spend it career climbing. Spend it mountain climbing. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Somewhere not so far away is a location waiting for memories to be made and unexpected finds and flavors to be discovered. It's no mystery. It's Durant, Oklahoma. If it's been a minute since you've last visited, you've missed out. This gym off Lake Texoma has so much to offer. There's something for every style, taste, interest, and age. Soak up every experience and take a few memories home with you. We invite you to stay, play, and enjoy right here in Durant, Oklahoma.
Choctaw culture is our everyday life. It has stood the test of time, carried from generation to generation. By elders teaching their communities traditional stories, by parents teaching their children the social dances, and by children teaching us all to be curious about the world. Where will your curiosity take you? Visit ChoctawCulturalCenter.com to plan your visit today.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Texoma Chevy dealers.
Welcome back, everyone. It is the First United Bank pregame show here on the Southeastern Sports Network. Time now for our weekly conversation with Coach Bo Adterbury. Coach, last week just a tough one. I mean, I don't know how you guys felt. I know how Robin and I felt in the booth. You go back and you look at that. I know there's a few little things that could have gone one way or the other. How do you address the team after a loss like that?
Yeah, usually on a Sunday I'll show film, and we talked about it being a slugfest all week with the point differential of the past few games, 4-3-2, 1-1. And I could be there for hours on game of inches. We talk about the play here, play there, alignment here. But I'm not going to do that because in a slugfest, you still feel it, and seeing it doesn't do you any good. So we've got to move on relatively quick. Do you handle that game as you would if it was a completely lopsided game where you just throw it out? Yeah, ish. Sometimes you go that direction, and they're hard to move on from. So to look at it any longer doesn't do us any good. Of course, another strong effort, though, by the defense. And just looking at what those guys did, especially the linebacking core, I thought from the linebacking standpoint, granted, they're able to do what they do because of the guys in front of them. But you have two guys go for double-digit tackles, another one there with forced fumble recovery, 9 tackles. I thought the linebacking core was outstanding. Yeah, I thought everybody played really, really hard, and I don't think either team would say that they were very complimentary throughout the course of that game. It was kind of off offensively or defensively or specialty-wise throughout the course of that game, but very proud of those guys. And, probably, the explosive play by the tight end, probably wish we were in a different coverage, but you can go through every game of your career and say, wish this, wish that, and you can't get them back, and you just got to learn from it. Not that we won't show them some of the film, but we won't dwell on it. We'll learn from some of the things. Of course, this week, tough road game, and the trips to Arkansas are always tough. Southern Ark, to me, having been out there, they've got an outstanding support with their crowd. It's just a unique place to play at. Your thoughts on that game out there and the difficulty of navigating that? Yeah, you're right. It's a unique situation. They do a really good job from a fan base perspective, coach really well, got a lot of speed. So it'll be a tough task for us, just like it is every week. You can't put your finger on a lot of the different places and the matchups, and so comparing scores and those type of things, you just got to show up with your best on a Saturday. One thing that really stands out from their roster this year, a lot of new faces, not a lot of returning starters. Other thing that really stands out, and I dropped this stat last week, LeVay Duncan, one of 3 quarterbacks in the GAC in the top 8 in rushing. Their quarterback, Harris, another one of those guys. What does he bring to the table? What have you seen of him on film that kind of scares you? Yeah, just that. I mean, they're going to be playing 11-on-11 football as well. So athletic. Anytime there's quarterback run game, you got to be dialed in with your eyes. And they've done a good job again, coached very well as well also. Again, talking with Coach Bo Adterbury. Coming up, it is our player spotlight. It shines on the tight end Colton Simpson. It's around the corner after this on the First United Bank pregame show on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Steubenville Chevrolet in Durant is proud to support Savage Storm Athletics. And with the same pride, resilience, and strength as Savage Storm fans, Steubenville Chevrolet is proud to be Durant Chevy dealer. When you need a new car, truck, or SUV, the Steubenville team is ready to find your perfect tailgate vehicle. No need to leave town to find what you want. Stay local, buy your Chevrolet the Steubenville way, and go Savage Storm.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Blue River Valley Winery is the place to be, with breathtaking views, amazing food, and unforgettable wine. It's the perfect escape. Whether you're planning a wedding, a family gathering, or just a peaceful afternoon, we've got something special for you. Come visit us at Blue River Valley Winery, located on Sawmill Road in Caddo. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Blue River Valley Winery.
45% of people put off buying life insurance, according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Al Olson, and discover coverage options that you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your covered options, call Al Olson at 580-924-3898.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021.
My name is Jessica Williams, and I am the dental hygiene coordinator at Westside Family Dentistry.
Westside Family Dentistry has been serving Texoma for over 50 years.
I think the thing that I love the most about my job is seeing a patient come in who is down in the dumps about their smile, not happy with it, or embarrassed of it, and they come in, we make them feel comfortable and leave with a beautiful smile, and to see them walking out the front door door smiling is just a really cool thing.
Westside Family Dentistry, 2915 Westside Drive in Durant, and westsidefamilydentistry.com.
Craving bold flavors and good vibes? Come on down to El Caporal Mexican Restaurant and Bar, your local fiesta headquarters. Sizzle your taste buds with Tex-Mex favorites, fresh seafood dishes, and don't forget their legendary top-shelf margaritas. Shaken, stirred, and always served with a smile. Whether it's date night, family night, or Margarita Monday, El Caporal is the place to be. El Caporal, where every night feels like a fiesta. Visit today. Taste the tradition, stay for the fun.
Welcome back to the First United Bank pregame show here on the Southeastern Sports Network. Time now for our player spotlight. This week it shines on the tight end Colton Simpson. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So, kind of funny. This last week is perfect timing for this. You have a couple of catches. You got out in some space. You were showing some receiver moves from the tight end position. You saw some open field. How'd that feel for you?
Man, it felt good. Yeah, I haven't caught a ball like that since high school. So it felt a lot of good, knocking the rust off.
When you talk about that, how much different is it from high school to college, the space that you get to work in? Like it was explained to me one time, in high school, the window is 10 feet, and then it's down to 5, and then, of course, you go a little up. It's down to inches. Is that true?
100%. Yeah, in high school, you're the fastest dude out there. So you got 20 feet to work with. Everybody's behind you. But in college, you look around the corner, and somebody's in your face.
So you get one thing about tight end in this. You have to block some.
Yeah.
Which part do you like that physicality part of the job?
Love it. Yeah, you have to. As a tight end, you gotta love the small things. If you don't love blocking, you're not gonna get the ball.
Again, so in other words, you're going, hey, if I lay out a good block, I expect a little love back here sometime.
Yeah, every once in a while.
So now you're a safety major here at Southeastern, correct?
Business major.
Business, so you made a switch.
Yeah,
so what made you make the switch?
I felt like I was better fitting to the business world.
It's pretty broad. Any direction you plan on going with that?
No. Kind of feel like I'm being called to ministry, so kind of going to use that business degree, see where it takes me.
Okay, well, obviously you speak very well. Have you always had that skill?
No, I got in trouble for talking a lot in elementary school, so that's about it.
So what you're telling me is your elementary teachers, they were holding back your best skill.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
So what's it been like being here at Southeastern? Talk about just the life on campus, what you like about this place.
Man, I love this place. Coming from a small town, there's not a lot of people, a lot of dudes that I get along with, but mostly it's a good support system. I feel like everybody here is family, whether it's dudes on the basketball team, baseball team, football team. Like we all get along and we want to support each other. And the coaches and the teachers, people like Miss Wilmoth, people that genuinely want what's best for you. Like that's something that I prayed a lot about before I came to college, and I didn't think Southeastern was my decision. But now that I'm here, there's no place I'd rather be.
Whenever you look at the makeup of the team, because I've always found this unique, Southeastern so close to DFW and that whole area coming up 75 and 35 obviously growing. There is a nice mix of the true Metroplex and then the outskirts, the Callisburgs, the Gunners. What's that locker room like to have that many different personalities from so many different backgrounds?
Yeah, I think it's the same as every locker room. At the end of the day, any locker room you're in, you're never going to be the same. And I think that's the beauty of the sport, is that definitely with a sport like football, you've got 120 dudes in a locker room. And we're all so different, come from different backgrounds, different cultures, yet we all have the same united goal, and that's to win.
I feel like this year's group, and granted every team is different, but I feel like this year's group, both sides of the ball, seem maybe closer than they've been in years past.
Yeah, 100%. And that comes from the offseason, us growing together. But one thing a lot of people don't see when they don't look at the rosters, we're a really young team. I mean, we've got great seniors and we love them to death, but we're a super young team and we bonded together, and that comes from the things we do off the field. Like we've got a Bible study every week, and we hang out outside of the facility to grow as a family and as a team, and that's carried over onto the field. Like whether we're winning or losing, I love the dudes that are playing on the field, and they love me and want to support me, so that camaraderie on the field has grown so much, and that's only going to help us in the future.
So what do you like to do away from the gridiron, away from school? What's your hobbies?
Man, yeah, I love ministry. I love spreading the gospel, sharing my testimony, but I love fishing, being outdoors. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense growing up in a small area.
Yeah, I love it.
Have you got to take any trips out to Lake Texoma, or are you more of a pond fisherman?
More of a pond guy. Haven't been out to Lake Texoma much, but yeah, more of a pond guy.
Again, talking with Colton Simpson. Okay, get you out here on our hot seat segment, 5 things you spontaneously react. Since you brought up getting in trouble in elementary school, favorite elementary school teacher?
Ooh, Miss Reed.
Favorite home cooked meal?
Pot roast.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite female musician?
Reba.
You went with the alum. So you're playing to see that you may want to stick with business, stay in sales. It wasn't me to be a member of Southeastern football.
Man, to die for the culture.
Again, Colton Simpson, he is our player spotlight for this week. Coming up, more of the First United Bank pregame show after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
It's time to rake in the cash this November at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant. It's the Fall into Cash giveaway. Play with your Choctaw Rewards Club card to earn entries for your pile of cash. Hourly drawings begin at 6 p.m. every Friday and Saturday night with grand prize drawings at 1 a.m. Be sure to join us this November for the $1.2 million Fall into Cash giveaway. You'll be thankful you did. Only at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant.
If college is in your future, then scholarship applications should be too. Visit ChetaFoundation.com for dozens of scholarship opportunities. Whether you're a high school senior or pursuing a doctorate level degree, Choctaw Tribal members will find competitive scholarships for every level of education. Applications for the Cheta Foundation open on January 15th, but you can start planning now. For more information, visit the scholarship page at ChetaFoundation.com. That's CHAHTA Foundation.com.
Protection,
reassurance,
compensation,
all describe what insurance is designed to provide.
However, with catastrophic loss, such as an auto accident, wrongful death, or house fire, the insurance company can be a confusing and daunting entity.
If you have suffered from an injury or loss, the Burridge Law Firm can help. We know how frustrating it can be to deal with insurance companies and medical providers.
Large enough to provide a wealth of experience, yet small enough to focus on each client, Burridge Law Firm is here to serve your legal needs with dedication and diligence.
This is Buddy.
Hi, I'm Buddy.
If you're a Cherokee Business customer, you already know Buddy, because Cherokee Business customers get VIP support from people they know. If you don't have VIP support from Cherokee, you get this. Your call is very important to us. For robotic service, call the other guys. For personal VIP service, call Buddy.
Yeah, call me.
Actual humans helping local humans do business at Cherokee Communications. Long live humans, long live local.
It's time for the First United Bank pregame show on the Southeastern Sports Network. First United Bank, encouraging you to spend life wisely.
Back, everyone. Wilkins Stadium on the campus of Southern Arkansas University. Jay Lindley alongside Rob Johnson here on the Southeastern Sports Network. And let's get right to it. Let's take a look at the starters today, brought to you by the Cheta Foundation. The Cheta Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping tribal members achieve levels of higher education. They have an outstanding scholarship program. The application process for that begins in January, but you can start preparing now. Visit ChetaFoundation.com. Well, let's take a look at the starters for Coach Bo Adterbury. And again, a little banged up front. We take a look at the starters for the offensive line, beginning with the tackles. No Wrigley Kennedy yet again. He has been out most of the season. Jacob Munoz, the freshman from Needville, Texas, taking over that left tackle spot. Dorian Maple, he is a go. Remember, he played last week, was injured late in that game against Henderson, but he is expected to go today. Taking a look at the guards, Damian Smallwood, the sophomore from Denison, Texas, along with Trenton Jones, while the center will be Reagan Wade. Some changes along the receiving core on the outside. Sean Steens, the redshirt freshman from Anna, Texas, projected to make today's start, along with Jax Sternberger, while Victor Taylor, nursing a sore shoulder, you may very well see Andre Williams in that slot position today, along with Gabe Corona. In the backfield, they're led by Donovan Shannon. Shannon with 404 rushing yards on the year, but was held in check last week with just 9 yards rushing. And getting his first career start is Colton Howard. Howard will be taking over the reins at quarterback for today. How long? We do not know, but he is your starting quarterback, the 6'2", 195-pound freshman out of Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Played at Emporia State before transferring to Southeastern, and of course saw action earlier this year against Arkansas Tech. Who do you have as far as the key player goes for that offense?
But you let it off with the mash unit that is up front. I mean, bottom line is it's the offensive line, but you can't put a name or a number because we find out every week who's going to be up there. That said, running the ball has been a strength for this team. You need to continue to do that today. Control the game. Protect the quarterback. Southern Ark leads the GAC in sacks with 22. You've got the young Colton Howard making his first start. The best way to keep him gaining confidence is to protect him, do it with discipline, and keep that running game going.
Of course, with that, Savage Storm offensive run game been averaging just under 5 yards a carry this season. Last week, failed to keep drives going against Henderson State despite having that 20-8 lead at one point. They were just 3 of 12 on third downs a week ago. Taking a look at the starters defensively for Southern Arkansas, a couple of returning starters up front with Hunter Hewitt as the edge linebacker along with Casey Cobb, while on the inside a returning starter in Nathan Earl Jr. with 26 tackles on the season, and Andrew Rogers in the middle of that defensive front. Taking a look at the linebacking core, it takes us to the Buck linebacker and our key player on defense, Kendrick Janelle.
Kendrick is a 12th leading tackler in the GAC. He's got 60 tackles, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss. He's got an interception and a fumble recovery. You watch these guys on film, this kid is everywhere, sideline to sideline, and plays at every level. He's a spark plug for him.
Of course, originally from Bearden, Arkansas, and a D1 transfer in from Northeastern State. Joining him in the linebacking core, Ken Ellison, a 6', 220-pound senior. They run with 5 men in the secondary. The corners, Zay Woods, a returning starter from Carthage, Texas, and a transfer in from Mary Hardin Baylor, while Bryson Bolden, the El Dorado, Arkansas native, getting the start at the boundary quarterback position. Taking a look at the safeties, Braden Gunn along with Tridell Talley, a senior out of Arlington Bowie High School, and the free safety from Carthage, Texas, Braden Wade. Taking a look at the starters for Southern Arkansas up front, only one returning offensive lineman in the 2-year starter, Connor Haggerty, the left tackle. The right tackle, Braden Stafford, a transfer in from Division I Central Arkansas, while the guards, Tate Settle and Zach Thompson, a pair of juniors, one out of Conroe, Texas, and the center, a redshirt freshman from Bryant, Arkansas, in Matthew Elder. Taking a look at the tight end, Jacob Trussell, 23 catches for 268 yards, transfer in from the University of New Mexico, while the receivers outside the end, DeAndre Burns, a 5'10", 160-pound speedster, leads the team with 33 receptions on the year and 3 touchdown catches, while Jace Taylor and Kendall Williams round out the receiving core. In the backfield, they run a 3-headed monster in the backfield running the football as Arquez Gomez, a junior out of the Woodlands, the projected starter. He averages 5.7 yards per carry. And then the key player for the Mule Rider offense, the quarterback for Trinity Valley Junior College and in from Miami, Florida, Hezekiah Harris, who prefers to go by the nickname Champ.
I'd rather call him Hezekiah. How about that? But he wears number 9. And listen, this kid, it's his first year at Southern Ark, but 1,400-plus passing yards, 300-plus rushing yards last year at Trinity Valley Community College, and that was just in 8 games. He's big, 6'2", 205. He's a true dual threat. 106 rushes on the year, 5.6-yard average, 108 passes, 7.8 yards per attempt. This kid can do it all.
Of course, let's take a look at the defensive starters for Southeastern. Up front, Dylan Seabach and D'Angelo Shanks, along with Jordan Hood and Joshua Johnson on the interior. That front four has been outstanding this season. On to the linebacking core, which has also been outstanding. Matter of fact, those 3 guys last week 9+ tackles across the 3 linebackers, including Gatarian Johnson, who had a sack and a tackle for a loss, and Will Wallace, who had 10 tackles and a tackle and a half for a loss. And at the Mike linebacker position, Braden Winters, who also had 9 tackles a week ago, the redshirt junior out of Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Taking a look at the corners and our key player residing in that secondary, you got the 6', 182-pound sophomore from Aubrey, Texas, and Cameron Fields. Secondary has been banged up. Cole McKnight's going to try to give it a go, and if it's not McKnight, then we're looking at Josh Dobbins.
Absolutely. We're going to start with Cole McKnight because he's going to try to give it a go today. He is returning from injury. If it's not him, it's Josh Dobbins who's trying to replace Cole McKnight. But either way, that controlled aggression on the corner. This Mule Rider team wants to spread you out. They want to get athletes in space. You're going to have to tackle well, and you're going to have to be disciplined.
Of course, taking a look at the safeties, Andrew Grissom. Grissom, 50 tackles on the season, along with an interception and a couple of fumble recoveries, including that scoop and score last week against Henderson State. And Travion Butler, the redshirt sophomore out of Palm Bay, Florida. This defense has been splendid over the last 3 weeks. As you take a look at what they have been able to accomplish in the last 3 weeks, allowing less than 20 points per game. That's better than their 22.7 points per game allowed average this season. There's a look at the starters, brought to you by the Chutta Foundation. The Chutta Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping tribal members achieve levels of higher education. Visit chuttafoundation.com. Let's go ahead and dive right into the storm forecast, brought to you by our friends at the Wine Cellar Liquor Store on Radio Road in Durant. What do you have for us on the offensive side?
Well, start fast. Last week, first 5 drives, combined 17 plays for 11 yards and no points. You cannot afford to do that here today. You can't afford to be chasing this game all day. In fact, it would be a great idea and a great start to this game if you scored first. I think that would be huge.
Let's go ahead and step aside for the playing of the national anthem. We'll finish the storm forecast, brought to you by the Wine Cellar Liquor Store after this, as this is the First United Bank pregame show. Southeastern Oklahoma State on the road in Magnolia, Arkansas, taking on the Mule Riders of Southern Ark. We'll be back after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Hey Durant, your fridge called. It's embarrassed. No wine, no beer, and definitely no style. Fix that fast at the Wine Cellar Liquor Store on Radio Road. We've got top-notch wines, a crazy good craft beer selection, and a beer cave so cold it gives your ex the chills. Whether you're sipping classy or shotgunning casual, we've got your back. The Wine Cellar Liquor Store, Radio Road, Durant. Drink better, celebrate more. The Wine Cellar always encourages you to drink responsibly.
We recently hung out at Taco Casa to find out how Casa fans eat their casa.
Bean burrito and Frijoles. I just drowned it in taco sauce, and then that's it.
Taco light and a taco burger and a Diet Coke. I don't put no sauce. Sour cream, jalapeno peppers.
Taco lights are my favorite. I put everything, but I don't use any hot sauce. I like it just plain. Also like lots of sour cream on mine.
Eat your casa your way at Taco Casa, 1st Street in Durant and southbound 75 in Calera.
Athletic injuries are essentially orthopedic injuries with sport-specific components. At Excel Therapy, our goal is for the athlete to return to the sport quickly. Excel Therapy can assist in speeding up recovery following surgery by improving range of motion, strength, and flexibility. At Excel Therapy, we excel at sports medicine. We excel at physical therapy. We excel at helping you excel. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, our team excels at orthopedic injury recovery and sports medicine. Find us at exceltherapyok.com.
The Pick 6 meal for 2 is back at Buffalo Wild Wings of Sherman. Choose 2 entrees, 2 sides, and 2 fountain drinks for just $19.99. Dine in only. Some restrictions apply. Pick 6 meal for 2, perfect for all the games or just hanging out. All with 1 giant screen and 45 50-plus-inch TVs, so you never miss the game. Open 11 to midnight Sunday through Wednesday and 11 to 1 Thursday through Saturday. The $19.99 Pick 6 meal for 2, only at Buffalo Wild Wings inside the Sherman Town Center.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it making more money. Spend it making more memories. Spend it learning a new skill. Spend it teaching an old trick. Spend it career climbing. Spend it mountain climbing. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
It's time for the First United Bank pregame show on the Southeastern Sports Network. First United Bank, encouraging you to spend life wisely.
Wilkins Stadium side of today's Week 10. Holy cow, can you believe it? We are almost to the end of this thing. It
Time
feels
flies
like,
when you're having fun, doesn't it?
It feels like it started just yesterday. Of course, last night, our high school broadcast, we closed down Old Bearcat Stadium, final game at that historic venue that opened in 1941. And here we are next to the last game of the season for Southeastern Oklahoma State football. And if that wasn't enough for you, next week, Friday evening, you can catch a men's basketball action on the Southeastern Sports Network. You can catch that on the video stream, the GoSoutheastern.com YouTube, as Southeastern Oklahoma State men hosting a Northern Sun crossover event. East Central will be in town along with Minnesota Duluth and Minot State. Minot State, the opponent for Coach Kelly Green and the guys, coming up Friday evening. But first, we got football here, and we've got football next Saturday. Wow. Anyway, let's get us back to where we were at. We were in the middle of the storm forecast brought to you by the Wine Cellar Liquor Store, Radio Road in Durant. We talked about the offense, the need to start fast. That's something they did not do last week. Of course, the opening drive, it ended up with a block punt that resulted in a safety, an early 2-0 lead for Henderson State. This offense has been up and down throughout this season. We'll see what they're able to generate with Colton Howard getting his first career start. Keep in mind, the last time that Howard played was against Arkansas Tech. That seems like months ago, and it has been over a month ago now, as that was the end of September. That game offensively, they generated just 10 points. So we'll see what Howard can get done today. As for the defense has been leaned upon all season long. What do you have for them?
Pursuit and tackling, and let me tell you what I mean there. Southern Arkansas, they've allowed 8 sacks in 9 games, guys. The ball comes out quick. They want to get their athletes in space. They're going to try to spread you out horizontally to stress the defense. That means you've got to have good pursuit. You've got to rally to the football, but those pursuit angles must be good, and you must tackle well. Bad pursuit angles, missed tackles, that's where big plays happen. Be disciplined, because if you over-pursue or jump one of those quick routes, that's when they get behind you.
Of course, defensively, this team has been solid all year long, allowing just 4.2 yards per carry. When they have been beaten, it's been long passes, while opponents are completing just 54% of their pass attempts against Southeastern this year. And keep in mind, Savage Storm defensive secondary, 11 interceptions this year, led by Cameron Fields, who has 4. It is a defense that's been susceptible to the big play. They're allowing 13.2 yards per completion this season. And how big was that 4th down completion a week ago against Henderson State? And hey, in defense of the defense, that was just a great play by a great quarterback. I mean, the guy was covered as much as you could ever cover someone. But with that being said, it just, again, is another one of those big plays that allowed Henderson back into the game. Taking a look at the numbers offensively for the Mule Riders, it is an offense that averages just under 400 yards per game. They're averaging 398.7 coming into today. It is an offense that completes 63% of their pass attempts, 5 yards per carry, just under 6 yards per play. As for Southeastern Oklahoma State, Savage Storm for the year averaging 371 yards of offense per outing, but their defense allowing less than 300 yards per game. I mean, think about this. They take on Henderson last week. They actually dropped their points per game scoring allowed in that loss against Henderson, allowing just 21 against the Reddies.
Yeah, this defense has been the strength of this team all year. You would expect that from a Bo Adterbury coach team, but this defense has, they're the second best team in the GAC behind Harding, and that's a little bit skewed because Harding never has to play any defense. So I think from a standpoint of that side of the ball, they've been strong all year. They've been stressed. They've been put in bad positions. They've stepped up over and over and over again.
Of course, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the quarterback for today. Colton Howard mentioned limited action this season. We have not seen him since Arkansas Tech. That's when he got the most production in a game. He has appeared in 4 games prior to this season. Of course, had just 2 pass attempts late in action against Arkansas Monticello. Just 1 pass attempt against Southwestern Oklahoma State. That was a completion, but for -2 yards. He did play fairly significantly against Southern Arkansas, was 8 of 11 for 71 yards and a touchdown in that game. And then Arkansas Tech, 14 of 22 passing for 133 yards, including a touchdown and a long pass of 42. But we have not seen him since that game against Arkansas Tech. And it was a game that was a road game and a game that Southeastern lost by a final of 14-10. Coming up, we'll take a look at the pregame field conditions, coin toss results. Those brought to you by our friends at Shelburne Heating and Air. We'll continue on after this as we get set to wrap up the First United Bank pregame show. Southeastern on the road, taking on Southern Arkansas right here on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it making more money. Spend it making more memories. Spend it learning a new skill. Spend it teaching an old trick. Spend it career climbing. Spend it mountain climbing. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
The Artisan at Brick Street Hotel in historic downtown Durant, where elevated American cuisine meets craft cocktails in a refined yet comfortable atmosphere. Every dish is crafted with quality ingredients, locally sourced, curated to perfection with unparalleled service. Whether it's brunch, lunch, or a special night out, The Artisan is your perfect destination with private, semi-private, and large party reservations available. Reserve your table today at theartisandurant.com. Theartisandurant.com.
It's time for the First United Bank pregame show on the Southeastern Sports Network. First United Bank, encouraging you to spend life wisely.
This is the Southeastern Sports Network, heard all across southern Oklahoma, including on KYHD, Valiant, Oklahoma. Also KHKC FM Atoka, KCIG FM Colgate, as well as KICM Ardmore. Sorry, I'm watching Rob right here because he gets ready for the coin toss results. And KZRC Durant, the home and flagship of the Southeastern Sports Network. Let's go ahead and get a look at the pregame field conditions. The weather here absolutely perfect. It's brought to you by Shelburne Heating and Air, your locally owned heating and air experts. Here's Rob Johnson.
Well, the winner of the toss is Southern Arkansas. They chose to defer their option to the second half, so Southeastern will receive the opening kickoff. They'll travel north to south or left to right on your radio dial. As far as the weather, guys, it doesn't get any better than this. I see a few clouds over there off to the south, but 78 degrees, going to go down to about 72 by about 5 o'clock. North-northeast wind at 2 miles an hour. Just a nice little breeze. Absolutely sunny, but one factor that we saw come up last night was the humidity. It's above 80%. You would think at this beautiful weather there wouldn't be a whole lot of problems this late in the season with cramps, but with that much humidity, it's something we'll have to keep an eye on.
Of course, also want to warn folks, you will may be absent of some of Rob's dynamite analysis when they go to the north end zone. That's because here at Southern Arkansas Wilkins Stadium, a couple of years ago, they brought in the big video board. When they did that, they kicked the home coaches out of their booth. The home coaches decided to take over what was then the radio booth, and we happened to be in a shower stall on the south end of the end zone, or the press box, in which I'm pretty sure, looking over Rob's shoulder, his line of sight to the north stops at about the 50-yard line. As for myself, I literally have to almost lean out the window, if the window would open, that would be great, to see the north end zone. So not quite the situation we were dealing with at Oklahoma Baptist, but still not the greatest press box view that we've ever dealt with.
Well, I won't say it's the worst one in the GAC, but it's up for that. It's up for that honor anyway. We're going to slowly play the whole Shawshank Redemption on this decal and see if we can't
that's
pick our way across to a little
That's the other thing I was going to point out is that apparently conspiracy theorists run deep in Magnolia because the home coaches have a giant Mule Rider decal that completely blocks out view. If this wasn't in the way, we could actually have an angle through an open window and see, but apparently, I guess we radio plays to Bo Adterbury. I don't know.
I'm going to go full Andy Dufresne on that thing over the afternoon.
I love Bo to death, and Bo and I have had some great conversations. Bo has never taken Jay Lindley's football coaching advice. Ever. And he shouldn't. Ever.
Do you want to put your job on the line with Jay Lindley's advice? That's my question.
No, you do not.
Okay, then.
Southeastern Oklahoma State in the road white jerseys, royal blue numerals and lettering trimmed in yellow gold, the white hats with the SC logo. For the Mule Riders, it is the yellow gold tops, the blue numerals and lettering trimmed in white pants, straight white pants, with the dark blue helmets with the Mule Rider logo, which it happens to be a guy on a mule through a mule chute. Would have said the other word for mule, but I don't want to violate any FCC violations. Here's an end-over-end U.S. Cellular kick, fielded at the 6, brought out by Lockhart, 15, 20, Lockhart 25, had a little crease, keeps running along out to the 35-yard line. I thought for a moment if he bounces it to the left, there's no band here for Southeastern, but we would have been fighting or would have been singing the fight song here at Wilkins Stadium.
Well, we've seen the speed that kid brings, and if he's out there on the left, if he's even, he's leaving. And he almost made it out there. Still great starting field position.
So here is Colton Howard. 24 of 36 this season, 213 yards passing. Best completion percentage for the Southeastern stable of quarterbacks. But again, low sample size, a 67% rate through those 4 game appearances. First play from scrimmage, he'll pass it out left side, and a rocket pass fielded in by Jax Sternberger, a gain of 7 to the 42. Nice play to try and get him into
Exactly. That's an easy pitch and catch just on a little slant route or hook. And back up, no read, just let it go.
So 2nd down and 3 here. Now, Donovan Shannon in the backfield. That initial look was a 5-wide look. And here is a play action to Shannon. They pass it out right side. Caught Gabe Corona, but he's not going to pick up much, if anything. Corona corralled over here on the near side. Making that tackle for Southern Arkansas was Lemuel Martin, a redshirt freshman, hometown kid from Magnolia, Arkansas.
First 2 plays, you see Southeastern trying to thin out this defense a little bit. They've really got the box stacked. Great effort to get the ball out to the edge and try to spread them out a little bit.
Howard in the gun, moving left to right, north to south. Snap will come from the right hash. Receives the snap. Give to Shannon up the middle. Shannon, first down yardage and more as he pushes ahead over the midfield stripe. Then a little help from the offensive line, and the pile moves all the way down to the Mule Rider 40-yard line. So what was a nominal gain of 5 turns out to be a gain of 18 as the big boys fell in behind number 0 and kept pushing him along the way.
Well, it's an 18-yard gain. It stopped at 12, and then we started. We're not going to have another tush-push conversation, but that's kind of what we started at the end of that thing. The rugby scrum kept it moving.
So 3 receivers out to the left. The tight end lined up in the left slot. And here is a slant over the middle to Sean Steens, who makes his first catch of the season. We've seen Steens appear, the redshirt freshman out of Anna, Texas, by the way. The Coyotes moving on into the postseason as the 3 seed in their district. They'll be playing next week. Steens is his first catch of his young career.
A little bit different look without Kobe Jennings out here on the outside, but a good first catch from Steens.
Now Steens in motion across the formation. Jet sweep, shuttle pass to the front, gets out to the edge and loses yardage. Great job by the safety for Southern Arkansas. Tutton McLaughlin came bearing down from that safety position. The redshirt freshman making a tackle for a loss, about a half yard, as it's 3rd and long now facing Southeastern. They must make the 30, and they lack about 6.5 yards of doing that. Three receivers with Simpson, the tight end, lined up as the right slot. Shannon, the tailback, snap from the left hash. As Howard gave a strong clap and a show as though he was awaiting the snap, now has the play, changing things at the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 3. Howard receives a snap, looks right, now flushed out to his right, still looking, fires pass, caught, Gabe Corona, and Corona is out at the 28 with a first down pickup of 8, and the chains continue to move here.
Howard there, his first read was to the seam with the tight end. It wasn't there. He did a good job pulling it down, not putting the ball in harm's way, kind of rolled out here to the right, bought some time, found his receiver late for a big first down.
Down now to the Mule Rider 28-yard line. This drive began at their own 35. They have now eaten up 3.5 minutes of game clock here on this first down and 10 from the 28. Snap back to Howard. Handoff Shannon right up the middle. 25, 20, breaks the tackle. 15, cuts at the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Southeastern. Donovan Shannon broke a tackle at the second line of defense, and he was off to the races with a 28-yard rushing score.
It wasn't even touched until he got to the safety level. Safety tried to tackle him low. He's able to step out of that tackle, spin away, and then it's just head to pay dirt.
The all-important extra point. We've seen difficulties with this throughout the year. As here is Dylan Cox. And the extra point attempt, this one is good to the south upright. An early 7-0 lead on the road in Magnolia. Southeastern football continues after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it making more money. Spend it making more memories. Spend it learning a new skill. Spend it teaching an old trick. Spend it career climbing. Spend it mountain climbing.
What was it?
7
First United Bank.
343.
Spend life wisely.
The Artisan at Brick Street Hotel in historic downtown Durant, where elevated American cuisine meets craft cocktails in a refined yet comfortable atmosphere. Every dish is crafted with quality ingredients, locally sourced, curated to perfection with unparalleled service. Whether it's brunch, lunch, or a special night out, The Artisan is your perfect destination with private, semi-private, and large party reservations available. Reserve your table today at theartisandurant.com. Theartisandurant.com.
And your U.S. Cellular kickoff, a kick that goes out of the back of the end zone, landed about 4 yards deep. And the touchback on your U.S. Cellular kickoff is right now. Here's Rob Johnson with the Texoma Chevy Dealer scoring drive recap and opening score for the Savage Storm.
Well, we talked about it in the keys. Score first would be huge, and Southeastern did just that. 7 plays, 65 yards, 3 minutes, 43 seconds off the clock. Donovan Shannon finished it off with a 28-yard touchdown run.
Of course, the first drive of the game led by Colton Howard, and the majority of that, a lot of quick passes, got it out, and was able to convert on a couple of third downs. Now we see the quarterback Harris for the first time from his own 25-yard line. Handoff to Gomez, and Dylan Seabach just abuses him. Slings him all the way back to the 18-yard line, although they'll say he had a half a yard of forward progress. Seabach, a little vicious sling there of Gomez.
Yeah, Seabach did a great job getting a hold of him and not letting go. He's got to be careful about standing over him at the end of the play. They'll get him for taunting.
So a half-yard gain on the play. Harris in the gun. Gomez to his right. H-back lined up on the right side of the line. Goes right out to that H-back. Pass is caught in space. Now working up the right sideline. And a big hit out of bounds, but a nice catch and run by the tight end, Jacob Trussell. We saw our first missed tackle of the day there, and it was Cole McKnight.
Yeah, Cole McKnight coming up the force. They're going to get a little tempo going here. Might have been a block in the back, but no call.
18-yard pickup moves it out to the 39. Snap from the right hash. Handoff Gomez probing up the middle, and nothing going there. Again, it's Seabach. Seabach and
Dorian Johnson, too.
I think Dylan Seabach is quickly introducing himself to the tailback, Arquez Gomez. A gain of 3 to the 42-yard line. Tempo look here. Harris in the gun. 3 receivers out to the near side. Handoff Gomez up the middle. And again, he is met by a wall of wide after a gain of 2 to the 44-yard line. Now 3rd down and 6.
2 little delay handoffs there in a row. He gives them both right up the middle and only nets about 4 yards, maybe 5 between the two. Brings up a huge 3rd down here.
So 3rd and 5, Mule Riders this season converting 44% of the time on 3rd down. 59 of 133 this season. Southeastern showing blitz. They have Johnson over here on the right edge as this snap will come from the right hash. Moving right to left, south to north at Wilkins Stadium. Harris receives the snap, looking left, under pressure. Seabach has him in his grasp. He keeps moving along, gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 44. Strong power there, but Billings and Seabach converge on that tackle. And Seabach does a little finger wag to the home side crowd saying, not today.
I saw the same thing Harris did pre-snap. There's a lot of cushion out here on the edge. Southeastern showing that zone look. They're showing blitz, so you would think they're going to come up and match up. They did just the opposite, a little zone blitz look. Dropped Naturian Johnson right into the hook zone where he wanted to throw the ball. He had to pull it down. By then, Seabach and his buddies had gotten there.
Tyler Mall on to punt, not the regular punter, J. Todd Baker. See if there's any trickery to be had here. Mall getting away this boot, a wobbly punt. Hits at the 22, then takes a sideways hop, but continues to roll inside the 20. A Mule Rider bounce down to the 13-yard line. And that'll take us to immediate timeout. Southeastern with the ball in the lead, and we'll have it when we return after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Arnett Insurance is proudly celebrating 60 years of serving Durant and the Texoma area. That's 3 generations of family ownership looking out for your insurance needs. Rates for home, life, auto, and commercial that fit your lifestyle and budget. At Arnett Insurance, you'll find 10 licensed agents with over 270 years of experience. Locally based agents that work with a variety of insurance companies to give you the best options available. Located at 1116 West Main in Durant, it's Arnett Insurance and ArnettInsurance.com.
Craving bold flavors and good vibes? Come on down to El Caporal Mexican Restaurant and Bar, your local fiesta headquarters. Sizzle your taste buds with Tex-Mex favorites, fresh seafood dishes, and don't forget their legendary top-shelf margaritas. Shaken, stirred, and always served with a smile. Whether it's date night, family night, or Margarita Monday, El Caporal is the place to be. El Caporal, where every night feels like a fiesta. Visit today. Taste the tradition, stay for the fun.
Welcome back, everyone. Wilkins Stadium. Jay Lindley alongside Rob Johnson. Cobain, dude, where's my car? Reed, our in-studio producer, and Bob Sullins, for some reason, monitoring, even though he's not doing the E-Break halftime or postgame show. Handoff here to Donovan Shannon, and yardage lost back to the 11-yard line as Southeastern's first play from scrimmage deep in their own territory, going in reverse.
Take you back to the touchdown run. That's one where he put his foot in the ground, got straight south in this case. There he tried to stretch it to the edge and just not going to outrun this defense.
2nd down and 11. Howard in the pistol has Shannon to his back. Steen's the receiver here to the near side. The redshirt freshman got his first career reception on his last drive. Play action here. Howard out into left flat. Finds Gabe Corona, quickly corralled over there on the far side. Zane Woods making the tackle. No gain on the play. And 3rd down and 11 coming up.
Yeah, going to be a long 3rd down. Corona trying to get to the edge. I like the idea. It's to try to thin out that defense and spread them out. Just great pursuit angles from the Mule Riders. Bring them down and bring up a long 3rd and 10 here.
They do credit him with a yard gain. 3rd and 10 for Colton Howard and company. 3 receivers out to the right. Howard receives a snap, looks that way. Screen play, and it's blown up at the 10. Zay Woods again. Didn't see who it was that missed their block, but Woods fought through it to get to Donovan Shannon. And a tackle for a loss will put the punter, Logan Dorsey, in a very tough position, much like he was a week ago. He'll be punting from his own end zone.
I think you can credit the missed block to more than one guy. They had it set up pretty well over there. Somebody able to block Zay Jones, that thing may go for a minute. But they didn't.
Not respecting any sort of kick is DeAndre Burns. He's at midfield, so he's expecting one of about 33 yards. And he pegs it just about right, but it checks up at the 50. It's allowed to roll past him, continues to roll all the way down to the 34-yard line. So Burns allowing that one to bounce. And
where's Chad when you need him, right?
They're in honor of our Friday night partner, Chad Rowland. There's your 16 yards of hidden yardage. And Southern Arc will take over here down 7-0, 6:02 to go here in the first. Begin this drive at their 34-yard line.
We pick on Chad, but he's absolutely right. I mean, going back to the Mule Riders punt, Andre Williams unable to come up and catch that one. Pin Southeastern at their own 13 to start that drive. Here, Mule Riders return the favor and allow about a 13 to 15-yard run on that punt to flip field position a little bit here.
Of course, today's broadcast brought to you by our friends at Choctaw Careers. To find your career, go to careers.choctawnation.com. 6:02 to go here in the first. Colton Howard so far a perfect 7 of 7, but the coaching staff not allowing him to really look at anything downfield. Those 7 completions have gone for 19 yards. Bulk of the offense so far, Donovan Shannon, 3 carries for 44 yards, but keep in mind, one of those carries going for 28 and a score. So the offense has been held in check basically through 2 drives, but they lead 7-0. And we see Hezekiah Harris and the company back out for the Mule Riders. Drive that begins at his own 34. New tailback in, handoff, left side run, and that play getting stretched out here to the near side. It was Catravian Thomas. Thomas, a 210-pound sophomore. I mentioned Gomez, the starting back, but it's actually Thomas that leads the team in carries this season. 92 carries for 346 yards and 6 scores, and you can tell a little more bulkier bowling ball style back.
Yeah, but they used him to try to get to the edge in a little zone blocking scheme there. That's probably not his strength.
Only a 2-yard gain here, 2nd down and 8. Quick out right side finds Gomez, missed tackle. Gomez out to the edge. Gomez stopped short of a first down. And that time it was Travion Butler who came up like a missile trying to blow up the tailback. And you emphasized it during the storm forecast, the need to make open field tackles. That was just a straight whiff.
Not just, yeah, he whiffed. It's just a bad pursuit angle. We did talk about it.
3rd down and 1 here. Harris, quarterback keeper up the middle, has a first down. Over the 45 to the 46. They'll move the sticks for the 2nd time today.
Well, this defense, I mean, bottom line is they're better than that. They're going to have to get those pursuit angles figured out, do a better job of bringing down these athletes in space.
Ball spotted at the top of the Mule Rider logo at the 45-yard line. Now Harris looking to the near side. Crowd a little bit quiet here at Wilkins Stadium. They haven't had a lot to cheer about yet. Trailing 7-0, 4:38 to go in the first. Harris receives the snap, looks left on first down, finds his man at the 50, and then quickly corralled is Butler and Fields that were able to take down Cooper Sanders, a redshirt sophomore out of Spring Hill, Louisiana. It's a nominal gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5.
Much better job tackling there, rallying to the ball, but they got to get got to get a little more pressure on those receivers.
Harris now will take the snap from the left hash, the bottom of the Mule Rider logo. Early movement, free play. Harris sees it, goes deep down the left side, incomplete. And now Billings on top of the quarterback, and now I just saw some of the worst attempted acting I've ever seen. The running back, I had to go pull this one on Huddle Film and show it for folks. Travion Thomas, he did get shoved. There's no doubt. There was a one-arm shove from Billings. Thomas backpedals back about 5 yards in front of the official, then throws up his hands. All of that just for an offsides penalty as Prince Dway was trying to time the snap count. And even maybe more funny, he comes in so strong and he couldn't pull up. He looked as though he was a 5th grader on a slip and slide. All of that, first down now at the Storm, 45-yard line. Harris with the tailback in motion. Jet sweep to the right. And taken down at the 40-yard line is Thomas. As Catravian Thomas, his third carry of the game. That one goes for a gain of 5.
Again, this offense wants to spread you out side to side. They're going to use a lot of that jet sweep, that quick look out to the outside. You've got to tackle these athletes in space.
Snap now from the right hash. Thomas to the left of the quarterback, Harris. Now a look over to the near side. Fourth-year head coach Brad Smiley. 30-13 record at the helm of Southern Arkansas football, a Baylor grad. And a timeout here taken by Coach Smiley. Timeout Southern Ark, and a little extracurricular after the fact. 3:28 to go here in the first. Savage Sword football continues in a moment on the Southeastern Sports Network.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation.
I am our past.
I am our present.
I am our future.
I am all of us. When we share, we become one.
Because our stories make us more.
Stories keep our culture alive.
See them and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
When you're dealing with an insurance company, you're already behind the 8 ball. And the only way to get a level playing field is to hire an attorney.
We treat each and every case and each and every client as if they are a friend and neighbor, because that is how we view them.
You'll get the best service. You're going to have the best people working on your case. That I can promise.
Burridge Law Firm. Call 580-920-0700 or visit burridgelaw.com.
Southern Ark taking the timeout. They only had 10 men on the field, and now it's 2nd down and 5. Harris jet sweep to the near side with the receiver Burns out to the edge, trying to go side to side, and he is taken down there by Jacob Geddes. And it is a short gain of 2, brings up 3rd down and 3. Today's broadcast brought to you by our friends at Choctaw Casino Resort Durant. Fall into cash this November. Drawings Friday and Saturday. Win your share of $1.2 million. Harris, quarterback keeper on 3rd and short. And Prince Dway and Datarian Johnson able to hammer him down. Forward progress marked a yard short of the line to gain. He made it down to the 36-yard line. I would think that this will be no decision. They'll go for it here.
You would think so, but Harris stuck his head in there to try to get those yards and got absolutely stoned. He comes out of that pile shaking his head a little bit.
As the tailback, Thomas to his left on this 4th down and 1. For the season, 18 of 30 on 4th downs. Harris plows ahead. He is met, spins out of the tackle and forward over the 35, down to the 34. It's a 1st down. Mule Riders keep the drive alive. 2:20 to go here in the first. Trailing 7-0, but this, their 2nd possession of the game. They're on the move, a drive that began at their own 34. Now, after 9 snaps, they're setting at the Southeastern 34, and they have used up 4 minutes of game clock. Harris in the gun. Thomas to his left. Looked like early movement by Thomas. Fling it out to the left flat. Thomas makes a cut. And over the 30. Has his shins taken out by Travion Butler as that reception moving the ball down to the 25-yard line.
I think Southern Ark has seen what we've seen from this defense all year. They know they're not going to be, or don't believe they can line up and just run right at Southeastern. This is their offense. Quick looks to the outside, but they are definitely attacking the edges right now.
Harris shows pass, now runs to the left, has a 1st down as he is sandwiched down by Will Wallace and Travion Butler. Down to the 22, that gain of 3, only needed 1. And they are using up some clock here. As you said, everything's laterally, and I've been impressed with Harris. Every pass play has been designed for him to get the ball out quickly. Has Thomas to his right. On this 1st and 10 from the Southeastern 22, receives the snap. Handoff Thomas up the middle. And Joseph Jones able to send him flying into the air, but he flew forward over the 15, down to the 14-yard line, another 9-yard pickup.
It's almost like they have 2 plays called. It's either that quick look to the outside, or if the box is light and spread out, they're going to go ahead and give it to the inside. There he gave it. Good gain on 1st down.
38 seconds remaining here in the first quarter as Harris receives a snap. I don't think he expected it. Goes right corner of the end zone, and this pass is caught, but out of bounds. So incomplete to DeAndre Burns Jr., who went up high. That incompletion stopping the clock with 27 seconds remaining in the quarter.
And credit Cole McKnight. I think Southern Arkansas knows he's been out for a while. They're going to test him to the back quarter of the end zone. He did a great job turning his hips, spawning the ball, and then forcing the receiver wide with his technique. Great coverage.
Long drive here. This is the 14th play of this drive that began at the 6:02 mark. Harris in the gun with 5 wide. Southeastern showing 3 down linemen. Harris goes right up the middle and is taken down. Joshua Johnson. It was a 3rd and 2. He is awfully close, and they'll say first down. They'll move the sticks. 1st and 10 now, coming from the Southeastern 11. That will probably be the final play of the first quarter.
Good, I'll be able to see it.
5 seconds remaining here. And time does expire. 7-0 Southeastern in front. We head to the second. Southern Ark threatening on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Shamrock Bank is an employee-owned company based in southeastern Oklahoma. We are a proud sponsor of Savage Storm Athletics. Many of our employee owners are alumni of Southeastern and know firsthand the opportunities higher education can bring. Our success is tied to the success of the communities we serve. Come see the difference employee ownership makes. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Steubenville Chevrolet in Durant is proud to support Savage Storm Athletics. And with the same pride, resilience, and strength as Savage Storm fans, Steubenville Chevrolet is proud to be Durant Chevy dealer. When you need a new car, truck, or SUV, the Steubenville team is ready to find your perfect tailgate vehicle. No need to leave town to find what you want. Stay local, buy your Chevrolet the Steubenville way, and go Savage Storm.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Discover Durant. Be sure to visit the Go Southeastern Facebook page and the Mix 96.1 Facebook page weekly to discover player profiles via Discover Durant and to find out what's going on in the city of Magnolia, to find places to stay, eat, and play, places like the Brick Street Hotel. Go to discoverdurant.com.
See you next Friday.
So 7-0 our score. We begin this second quarter. Southern Ark on a drive that has already taken 6 minutes of game clock. They are 1st and 10 at the Southeastern 11-yard line. Now moving north to south, and as Rob said, he can now see the end zone. Harris receives the snap. Handoff. Thomas, left side run. And a submarine tackle by Travion Butler ends that play 1 yard into the run. He went straight at the shins.
And it's a good thing he did. There's nothing behind him. They don't call him a safety for nothing, folks. He was the last line of defense, but he made a great tackle there.
15th play of the drive. And it is 2nd down and 9. Harris receives the snap. Back to Thomas in the running game. Runs left, short side of the field. Eludes a man. Eludes Butler. Goes toward the pylon. Is he in? He is. Touchdown, Southern Arkansas. They're a point away from tying it up here in Magnolia.
Another effort from Butler there, and unfortunately he went low that time. Big runner able to keep his feet and then bounce to the corner of the end zone.
So 14:24 to play. And the all-important extra point from Hayden Nitz, who is 30 of 30 this season. Kicking into the south upright. Snap is back. Hold is down. And the extra point ties it 7-all. Savage Storm football continues in a moment on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Texoma Chevy dealers.
It's time to rake in the cash this November at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant. It's the Fall into Cash giveaway. Play with your Choctaw Rewards Club card to earn entries for your pile of cash. Hourly drawings begin at 6 p.m. every Friday and Saturday night with grand prize drawings at 1 a.m. Be sure to join us this November for the $1.2 million Fall into Cash giveaway. You'll be thankful you did. Only at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant.
Welcome back, everyone. Wilkins Stadium, 7-all our score. We'll have a Texoma Chevy Dealer scoring drive recap after this, your U.S. Cellular kickoff. Be sure to visit U.S. Cellular, of course, now teaming up with T-Mobile, but they still have their Life in 10K giveaway going on. Visit giveaway.uscellular.com to register for your chance at 10,000 big ones. 14:24 to go here in this first half, and we have a tie game. As to kick away for your U.S. Cellular kickoff is Hayden Nitz. Nitz into a trot, and here's an end-over-end kick. Fielded by Lockhart, a yard deep, brought out now over the 5, 10, 15, out 20, right side to the 30, and hurdles a man, stayed on his feet. He actually rode a teammate out of bounds. It was Prince DeWay that provided the cushion for Cameron Lockhart's fall into the sidelines, and Southeastern will begin this drive at their own 36. Here's Rob Johnson with a Texoma Chevy Dealer scoring drive recap.
16 plays that drive. 66 yards was covered, 6 minutes and 38 seconds off the clock. Thomas finished it off with a 10-yard touchdown run, and we're tied at 7.
Be sure to find your tag, the reg tag, at your local Texoma Chevy dealers this holiday season. Of course, 9 Texoma Chevy dealers, all falling within the footprint of the Southeastern Sports Network. Howard, handoff. Jonathan Cobb, his first series of the game, and Cobb picks up a gain of 3. Cobb had a great game last week, had the lone offensive score in that game.
Number 21, Jonathan Cobb on the carry. 41, Ken Ellison, 90, Vernon.
I take that back, had the only rushing score in that game, had a 41-yard run, a career long, that earned him a Durant Lumber Hard Hat Award. 9 carries for 78 yards last week. Cobb, who in his final year comes into today with 757 career rushing yards. Play action here, pass out to the right, and a pass is hauled in. Great catch by Caden Carter to move the sticks and keep Colton Howard's completion percentage at 1,000.
Yeah, that ball was a little bit behind him. He did a great job of reaching back, getting that catch, and then frankly getting down before he would have been smacked in a big way by that safety, but a big first down throw from Howard.
So, first down gain of 9, moves it out near midfield. Snap coming from the top of the SAU logo. Howard in the gun. Has Simpson, the tight end, over the left side of the line. Fires out to the left. Low pass. This one caught by Gabe Corona.
I think it's
Andre Williams.
That's a great catch from Williams. Howard's ball, that ball was low. Williams did a good job to go down and get it.
So a 4-yard pickup. Second down and 6. Couple of completions here. After 3 plays for Colton Howard, has Cobb, the tailback, to his right. Clock moving here in the second. 7-all the score. Now in plus territory. Howard fires. Pass goes over the head of Williams, went off his fingertips. It's the first incompletion of the game for Colton Howard. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 6.
And that one was high. It was over Williams' head. He had to reach up and go get it and put his receiver kind of out to dry there. Howard did. So Williams unable to bring it down. This is going to make for a little bit of a tough 3rd down look here.
Howard beginning the game 9 of 9 before that incompletion. Has 4 wide here on this big 3rd and 6. Cobb to his right, receives the snap. 3-step drop, dumps it out right side. Caught Cobb, puts a foot in the ground, begins moving north, but is corralled at the 45-yard line as the tackle made for Southern Arkansas by Kendrick Junell, who we spoke of as one of the key contributors for Southern Arkansas in our pregame show, the 6'2 200-pound junior, transfer in from Northeastern State. Southeastern showing as though they will go for it. They're 11 of 31 this season on fourth downs. They were 0 for 1 last week. They may be trying to bark them off. And a timeout taken by Southern Arc. They burned their second timeout of the half. We leave it right here. 7-all our score, 11:52 to go here in this first half. Southeastern showing as though they were going to go for it. Coach Brad Smiley saying, I want to see what I want to do with my defense here.
Well, I tell you what he did. He saw that his defense was trying to get a big sub package in there, sort of a hockey line change, if you will, and the guys weren't going to get off the field. Colton Howard was clapping his hands trying to get a snap. That would have been a free 5 yards and a first down here. Coach Smiley takes the timeout to avoid that penalty.
Of course, we have the Durant Lumber Hard Hat Awards we give every week, and this year we're giving something to the fans. Monday, 11 o'clock. Be sure to go check out the Mix 96.1 Facebook page. We'll have a live drawing at Durant Lumber as we give away that Traeger Tailgater Grill. We've been taking entries throughout football season, and one lucky viewer, listener will win a Tailgater Grill and 4 tickets to the ECU game on Saturday. Here's 4th down and 2. Howard receives the snap. Looking left, has a wide open man. Caught. Jonathan Cobb, first down. Keeps his footing up the left sidelines. Couldn't stop momentum from taking him out of bounds at the 25. It's a first down and a gain of 18.
That's a heck of a throw from Howard, but I will tell you this, equally as good a catch. That's as tough a catch as there is, coming right over your head. Cobb does a great job looking right into that sun, bringing that ball in, and to your point, keeping his feet and heading down the sidelines.
So down to the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 23, and it's Cobb on a run down to the 21-yard line. 2nd and 6.
There's that physical running game, and again, we talked about this offensive line wanting to establish themselves. They've done that so far this afternoon.
Clock moving. We slide under 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Southeastern tied with Southern Arkansas. They took the opening possession 65 yards. Went 3 and out on their second possession. They're on the move in their third possession. Here's Howard. Handoff, Donovan Shannon, right side run in a sea of gold jerseys. Corral him and then throw him down. Tackle made by Ken Ellison, the Mike linebacker, and a Houston, Texas native who last week 5 tackles and a tackle for a loss. That a tackle for no gain at the 21, and here's 3rd down.
Looked like the Mule Riders had a little slant look from that defensive line up front. They just guessed right. Shannon nowhere to go, and he tried to bounce it towards that slant, and even worse look out there.
Big receiver Jacob Brewer lined up all alone to the left. Howard takes the snap, rolls to his right, now runs out of real estate, is hammered out of bounds. No flag on the play.
Yeah, he lands about 8 yards out of bounds from that hit, but apparently it occurred close enough to the sideline that it didn't warrant a flag. Sure looked like it should have.
Loss of 1 on the play. Offense remains on the field.
Kind of in no man's land here.
Would be a 37-yard attempt, but we've seen some wild things on special teams in recent weeks. A couple of block kicks so far this season. 3 to be exact. Howard in the gun, receives the snap, handoff Lockhart right up the middle. And Lockhart down to the 18. That's not enough. A turnover on downs.
A strange call there. I mean, that's probably something I would have expected on 3rd down. Maybe you try to get it on 4th and 2, but 4th and 6 or 7, and Lockhart just too much ground to get there and unable to make it.
Ends up 2 yards short of a first down. And now Southern Arc takes over here. And, you know, with you, I would have expected a pass play, even something deep, even if it's lower percentage, worst case scenario, an interception results in a punt. But instead, turnover on downs, and Southern Arc has it at their own 18-yard line. Harris with the tailback, Gomez to his right. Snap from the left hash, moving left to right. Jet sweep coming to the near side is Burns. Out to the edge and eludes a tackle from Travion Butler, but ran out of real estate. Picks up maybe a yard to the 19-yard line.
Great job from Southeastern stretching that out. Again, those proper pursuit angles, not giving him any kind of a cutback, force him, use that sideline as another defender.
Harris in the gun. You know, that's the thing. Nowadays, defenses want to make you drive the field. That's exactly what Southern Ark did on their last possession.
16 plays worth.
Yeah, 16-play drive that lasted nearly 7 minutes. Harris to pass, shows it, now runs out to the left, throws on the run, open man, caught 30, and DeTardy and Johnson able to trip the receiver, and it was Cole Corey, a redshirt sophomore out of the slot, that made that catch on the run, and it is a first down to the 36, a pickup of 15. And now a lineman late to the party. Coming out late is Dylan Crippen, senior out of Cypress, Texas. Play clock down to 6. Snap back to Harris. Handoff, Gomez. Running to his right, corralled by Prince DeWay. Also in on that stop for the Savage Storm defense was Zion Carter. Short gain of 2 to the 38-yard line.
Great job on the run fits there. Braden Winters doing a good job keeping his outside shoulder free, forcing the cutback, and his mates were there to back him up.
Harris taking his time here, has the play, has a new tailback, and Catravian Thomas to his right. Receives the snap, quickly out left side, finds Gomez, who is taken down immediately. Marquise Grissom. And I said Marquise again. Andrew Grissom. I don't know why Marquise Grissom has been on my mind. He's been a retired Expo Brave for 20 years now. And I still keep doing it.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Nobody, well, maybe Bob does. I know Cobain doesn't. So no gain on the play, 3rd down and 9. Harris in the gun, Thomas to his left, looking to pass. Fires deep down the near side and overthrown. Had a man, that man was Kendall Williams, who had a step on his defender. 5'9" senior out of Tatum, Texas, couldn't catch up with it. If he makes that catch, foot race is on.
Looking back at that drive, you saw what we talked about in the pregame on both sides. First, you saw some over-aggressiveness from the secondary. They were able to get a receiver in behind them for the big gain on that drive. And then you saw great pursuit angles and aggression on the previous play to make it 3rd and long, and then they were able to get stopped.
So Southeastern poised to get it back with 7:26 to go. Here's a spiraling punt to the right over the head of Carter. Checks up. Now it's a live ball as it checked up and hit one of the blockers for Southeastern. It was Lester Jr. It bounced back into his hands, and then it kind of caught him by surprise. Southeastern, though, able to recover at their own 20-yard line. 7:16 to go here in the quarter. Southeastern in a dogfight, a 7-all tie here. As their last drive, they were able to move it all the way down to the Southern Ark 18-yard line, but one of those drives that's going to look good on the offensive stat sheet as far as yards go, but you come away with no points. The game remains tied. Defense doing their job, getting Southern Ark out after a 5-play drive. And here's Howard, who threw his first incompletion of the day on his last drive, start the game 9 of 9. Will look to pass here. Swings it out, right flat, caught Jonathan Cobb on the run, 25, 30. Has a first down as he's escorted out of bounds by the cornerback, Zay Woods, but not before a gain of 13 and a first down.
Yeah, I think there's no read there. That's just an extension of the running game, getting Cobb around the edge, and then great blocking from both receivers over there, both Sean Steens and Corona looked like was over there at the time. Great job.
First down and 10. 3 receivers out to the left, wide side of the field. It's Simpson, the tight end, that's at the left slot. They'll hand off Cobb right up the gut, and he lowers the boom on a linebacker, taken down at the 38. He just basically ran over Nathan Earl Jr., and I said linebacker, that's actually the nose guard. That's how much of a push the offensive line got, because Cobb hit him 5 yards into the run.
Yeah, I mean, the nose tackle did just what he's supposed to do, get a hold of the running back. The problem is he did it 5 yards down the field. Great push from this O-line, and we talked about that in our pregame as well.
With all the success, still though a tied game, 7-all. Howard here in the gun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Short side of the field. Snap comes from the right hash. Moving right to left. Howard receives the snap. Flushed out to his right. Looking downfield. Now jukes a man. And it's taken down awkwardly at the 40-yard line. Solid open field tackle made on that far side, as it was Carter Wells, a redshirt freshman out of Bossier City, Louisiana, making that tackle, and it brings up 3rd down and a long 3.
Mule Riders brought extra pressure off the edge there. Howard recognized it and then got what he could with his legs onto that side.
Ball spotted between the 39 and 40-yard line marks. Howard in the gun, must make the 43. Handoff, Donovan Shannon has a first down. That time just ran in behind the guard. And they are owning it up front, that Southeastern offensive line that has been banged up throughout the season. Matter of fact, looking out there, no Damian Smallwood. That was James Bess, the junior out of Fort Worth, Texas, 6'3", 310-pound junior. And he paved the way for that first down run for Donovan Shannon. 5th play of the drive. 4:50 to go. Howard receives the snap. Handoff Shannon again. And Shannon able to whittle out 1 yard on the play. Penetration by Andrew Rogers, a redshirt freshman out of Nacogdoches, Texas.
And I'll tell you what this running game does. He only gets a yard there, really more like a half a yard. But this pounding running game, it accumulates over the course of time. It also creates options for play action that could give you some wide open receivers.
There's a no Kobe Jennings to throw to, but we've already seen Sean Steens with a catch. No Victor Taylor today either. Here's Howard firing, finds Jax Sternberger. Couldn't make a man miss. It's a nominal gain of 3, and a great tackle by the linebacker was Dylan Ray. So a short gain brings up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, he did a good job coming back to catch the football, gave up ground. Sternberger trying to get around that defender and make it a bigger play, unable to do so. Going to make a 3rd and long here.
So 3rd and 7. And what we all need, more cowbell. Howard in the gun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Receives the snap. Looks left, back right, flush to that side. Still looking, throws. And a catch made right at midfield, but it's short of a first down. And it was a great catch in traffic by Sean Steens, who now has 2 catches on the day.
Haven't seen a whole lot of Steens this season. I mean, Kobe Jennings is a walking matchup nightmare, so I'm not surprised, but Steens doing a great job. Good catch there, just the route brought him back to the football and short of the first down.
Unfortunately, short of the first, which means Logan Dorsey will be punting to the north. And he'll give Southern Arkansas to take a lead before half. Southern Ark has the ball to begin the second half, so some big missed opportunities these last 2 possessions for Southeastern. Nice punt from Dorsey. Spiraling punt, checks up at the 3, caught on the run and downed by Solomon McFoy. McFoy has the Mule Riders pinned back at their own 2.
Great job getting down there as a gunner. Just a nice wedge, I guess you'd say.
The 48-yard punt matches a season long for Logan Dorsey. And that one checked up perfectly.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Now you've got these Mule Riders pinned deep. Defense be a great time to get a quick 3 and out, try to get points before the half and maybe get a 2-for-1, seeing as how Southeastern will get the second half kickoff.
As safe as Southern Ark has been playing it, I would expect them to continue doing what they've been doing, which is lateral movement side to side. I can't see them putting one up in harm's way here, but we'll see. Harris from his own end zone, quarterback keeper, and he runs to the right. Looked as though the ball came out maybe, but gain of 1 on the play out to the 3-yard line.
I think he tried to escape a tackle there, and it wasn't going to happen. In fact, it was getting held up and got mashed quite a bit there by some Southeastern defenders.
So they say basically a gain of a half yard, so you might as well call it 2nd and 10. Harris in his own end zone. Handoff here. Thomas up the middle into a wall of White. He is surrounded by Seabach and Atari and Johnson. They stand him up, and a gain over to the 6-yard line. So pickup of 3 will bring up 3rd down and a long 6.
Going to let it run down to the 2-minute timeout, it looks like here.
And it is 2-minute timeout. Time will step aside. 7-all our score here in Magnolia. Savage Storm football continues in a moment on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Sparlin Realty is dedicated to achieving your goals and will always do what's in your best interest. For residential and commercial properties, farm, ranch, and land purchases, you'll feel good about your choice of Sparlin Realty.
At Sparlin Realty, there's nothing more gratifying than achieving your goals and earning your trust along the way.
Whether you're selling your property or buying your dream home, it would be our privilege to assist you. Please call us today at 580-745-1055
or SparlinRealty.com.
Touchdown flavors begin at Green Spray Food Center. Whether you're grilling ribs, saucing up wings, or flipping the juiciest burgers, we've got your game day covered. Stock up on fresh meats, bold seasonings, and all your tailgate favorites. So before the big game, swing by Green Spray Food Center, North 1st Street in Durant. And always be ready for game day by checking out this week's deals at greensprayfoods.com. Durant's only locally owned grocer, Green Spray Food Center, fueling Southeastern fans for over 70 years.
Today's game being broadcasted all across the Southeastern Sports Network. KYHD Valiant, KHKC Atoka, KZIG Colgate, KICM Ardmore, and KZRC Bennington Durant, the flagship of the Southeastern Sports Network. 3rd down, and call it 7. Harris in the gun. Ball at his own 6-yard line. Snap near the right hash, moving left to right in front of us here at Wilkins Stadium. Opportunity for the Savage Storm to get the ball back after a nice 48-yard punt from Logan Dorsey. Harris awaiting the snap, has it now, looking out. Fires over the middle, pass caught, 1st down, and a lot more. Over the 20, spun down over the 25. Joseph Jones with the tackle on Kendall Williams, but Williams gets loose, and with that gain, they're out of trouble and now on the move. Mule Riders out to the 26 with a gain of 20 and a 1st down on a big 3rd down. Harris receives the snap under pressure. Looked like Johnson was being held. Now Harris off to the races and into plus territory. Shoved out by Cole McKnight and Travion Butler.
Well, what looked like was going to be a chance to get the ball back and get some points before the end of the half has turned into a need to stand up here for this defense and get a stop.
28-yard scramble down to the Southeastern 46-yard line. Harris in the gun has 1 timeout remaining. They have the clock says 2, but I swear Southern Art called 2 timeouts in the first half. Both times for personnel issues. Once on offense had only 10 guys. Once on defense had too many guys. 1st down and 10. 3 receivers left from the 46. Here's Harris running left, and Harris taken down a couple of yards into the run at the 43.
Seabach lost his bonnet there. He's going to have to take a 1-play break. Is that a timeout?
Clock stop for a defensive going off. Southern Arkansas has declined the 10-second runoff.
Okay.
40 seconds on the play clock.
So minute 29 to go here. Clock begins to run. 3 receivers right and 1 to the left. Harris in the gun. Has the tailback Thomas to his right. Receives the snap. Handoff. An up the middle run. Excuse me, not Thomas. There's a flag. It was Torrey Lambert, 5'11", 210-pound sophomore with the carry. This should be coming back for a hold.
Yeah, Donovan Shanks trying to get his jersey back onto his shoulder pads. I suspect that's exactly the reason for the flag.
So it was Dylan Crippen, the big senior out of Cypress, Texas, who committed the infraction. And we'll move them back across the midfield stripe, back to their own 47-yard line.
2nd down and about 17 for SAU.
All right, there's your opportunity defensively. You've got them behind the sticks here. Get a nice stop on this play. Hold them to a long 3rd down try.
His 2nd and 17 must make the Southeastern 36. for a first down. Harris in the gun has 5 wide. Look for a little maybe bubble screen action out here to the right. Instead, Harris straight up the middle, crosses the midfield strut, stopped 2 yards short of the original line of scrimmage. And Southeastern's defense has an opportunity here.
He ought to send Braden Winters a Christmas card for knocking him down there, because our friend Grissom was about to come light him up.
3rd down and 12. Harris receives the snap. 3 receivers left looking to pass. And D'Angelo Shanks grabs a hold of him and takes him down. The crowd is yelling for a face mask, but he didn't. He grabbed that B where the chest plate is on the shoulder pads, and Shanks held on for dear life. And with that, he was able to haul in his 5th sack of the season.
I'll tell you what, the right tackle, Braden Stafford, had his hands full right there, because there was no juke, no spin. Donovan Shanks just got into his chest and bull rushed him right back into the quarterback's lap and made the play.
4th down after the timeout, 4th and about 18 for the Mule Riders.
So timeout taken here by Southeastern, but only 17 seconds remain.
Well, you can't take them to the locker room. You might as well take one here. At least you force a punt. Maybe you try to come after this punt, see if you can't get a big play on special teams the other way. We've seen Southeastern have trouble in that area. Maybe they can get one back here.
Be interesting to see who they have back returning this punt. Is it Williams or Lockhart? Williams is coming out there. Williams has had some long returns in his career.
Well, I'll tell
along
you
this season of 25 yards.
I tell you the problem, that last punt, he went to not catch it. He didn't yell that fire, and it hit one of his mates in the leg and almost caused a turnover.
So punting away here, Tyler Mull back at his own 29-yard line. They don't really come after it. It's a rollover style kick, takes a hop and continues to roll inside the 15, down to the 5, down to the 1. Now this creates a very difficult situation. There's 4 seconds remaining. You can't take a knee.
You can't take a knee, and certainly you can't in the shotgun. And I don't know the last time I saw a Southeastern quarterback under center. I know it's been Colton Howard's game. He's going to have to just get this ball into the belly of the running back, make sure he focuses. We don't even care if we gain any yards, just run this clock out.
Well, I was about to say, why wouldn't you in this situation take a snap in a shotgun, airmail it into the seats?
100%. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is if you get a holding penalty or something in your own end zone, that's a safety. So at the end of the day, I'm going to tell my big back, Donovan Shannon, here's the football. Just get to the line of scrimmage, kiddo. That's all we need right here.
So here is Howard, and he is 5 yards deep in his own end zone. Takes a snap, looks to pass, goes deep down the right side, and just 3 yards over the top of Steens.
And there's your answer.
There you go.
There's your answer.
So at the end of the first half, we have a 7-all tie here in Magnolia. We get ready for the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show. Back after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Around here, people still believe in the golden rule. Treat others like you want to be treated. So, when the out-of-town satellite companies cancel your favorite shows, maybe they just don't know any better. Cherokee Communications was born and raised here, and they've got the shows the big guys want to cut, like news, sports, and kids shows. Who knows? Maybe the golden rule is more important than the bottom line. Cherokee Communications. Long live local.
Hey Durant, looking to elevate your next get-together? We've got everything from bold reds to crisp whites, and one of the best craft beer selections in town. Need it ice cold? Step into our beer cave. It's frosty, it's fresh, and it's waiting for you. Whether it's wine, spirits, or your favorite craft brews, the Wine Cellar has you covered. The Wine Cellar Liquor Store, Radio Road, Durant. Drink better, celebrate more. The Wine Cellar always encourages you to drink responsibly.
Up, we got the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show. We'll take a look at scores from around the Great American Conference. Some games going on also today in Division I. Some games of interest, including Texas A&M and Missouri. No OU this weekend. The Sooners off. They'll play next Saturday afternoon in Tuscaloosa. But we will have scores from the Big 12, the SEC, and the GAC. And Bob Sullivan's free. And the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show. It gets underway next. Our score here in Magnolia, 7-7. And Southern Ark will have the ball to begin the second half. Halftime show gets underway next on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Choctaw culture is our everyday life. It has stood the test of time, carried from generation to generation, by elders teaching their communities traditional stories, by parents teaching their children the social dances, and by children teaching us all to be curious about the world. Where will your curiosity take you? Visit ChoctawCulturalCenter.com to plan your visit today.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it making more money. Spend it making more memories. Spend it learning a new skill. Spend it teaching an old trick. Spend it career climbing. Spend it mountain climbing. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Shelburne Heating and Air is the choice for all your residential and commercial needs. Service and installation on brands you know and trust. Carrier, Trane, Luxair, Mitsubishi, and American Standard. Shelburne Heating and Air specializes in optimizing the performance of your heating and cooling system. Here to help you improve your indoor comfort. Shelburne Heating and Air, your locally owned heating and air experts. For contact info, visit shelburneheatair.com.
Are you still searching for the right job to fit your needs? Look no further. There's something for you here. Choctaw Nation has open positions in a wide range of exciting fields, including IT, gaming, healthcare, food and beverage, hospitality, security, and much more. Find your next job or even your next career today. Visit careers.choctawnation.com to browse open positions. Check out our competitive benefits packages and apply for that perfect job. Find your something here.
It's time for the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to Wilkins Stadium as we come to you here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Southeastern Oklahoma State in another dogfight with Southern Arkansas. You look at the Arkansas schools here in the GAC, and Southeastern has one of the longest histories with Southern Ark as far as meetings are concerned. This being the 49th meeting between the two schools. Southeastern having lost 2 in a row against the Mule Riders. It was the last time they were out here and won. It was on their homecoming Saturday. Remember that game quite well.
I do.
But here in Magnolia, Savage Storm with a record of 9-15-1 all time. But it is a 7-all game here at the break. Keep in mind, last year's game that was played in Durant, that was a close one as well. 36-31, a loss in that game for Southeastern, as again they've lost 2 in a row against the Mule Riders. It is the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show. To find out how together we're more, visit ChoctawNation.com. And here is Rob Johnson with a look around the Big 12, the SEC, and the GAC. It's our scoreboard show here on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Well, we'll go in reverse order. We'll start with our mates here in the GAC. You know the 7-7 score here, but just up the, I say just up the road, not really up the road, but at least in the same state. Over in Arkadelphia, East Central, next week's opponent for Southeastern. They're in Arkadelphia at Henderson State University. They trailed there in the third quarter, a little over 2 minutes left in the third. Henderson leading 35-21 over ECU there. Arkansas Tech on the road in Shawnee. The Oklahoma Baptist trails Arkansas Tech 21-17. That one late in the second quarter, 4 minutes left there. Again, Tech leads 21-17. Ouachita is on the road in Southwestern, and a surprise early at least. Still shows 15 minutes left in the second quarter, but a 21-21 game there in Weatherford between the Tigers and the Bulldogs. Monticello on the road at 1-8 the Rangers there in Alva with Northwestern, and and Northwestern. See, he rubbed off on me. There it was, Bob. The Rangers in Alva lead Arkansas Monticello 20-0. That one late in the second quarter. Harding on the road in Bethany at Southern Nazarene, as would be expected. Harding leads that one 21-0. Also 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Let's look at the SEC early scores. Georgia and Mississippi State, they're in Stark Vegas. Georgia wins this one 41-21 after Mississippi State started with a 7-0 lead in the fourth quarter. Georgia steamrolled from there. Texas A&M and Missouri, the big matchup. They're early in the first quarter and no score. Ole Miss, survives the Citadel at home 49-0. The matchups later tonight, of course, the big one, LSU on the road, starting the post-Brian Kelly era there in Tuscaloosa, but no score obviously there, as that one's going to be later. The Big 12 scores early, the big matchup, game day matchup in Lubbock. Texas Tech hosting BYU. Texas Tech led this one 29-0 in the fourth quarter. BYU with a late touchdown to make it a little better, but Texas Tech dominant, 29-7 at home. Arizona leading Kansas late in the first quarter. 4 minutes left in the first. Arizona leads Kansas 7-0. Iowa State on the road in Fort Worth leads 6-0 over TCU. That one also late in the first quarter with about 6 minutes left there in the first. Scores early yesterday. Houston took care of UCF 30-27 in Orlando. And Coach Prime on the road in West Virginia trying to find that magic he had last year. Hard to do without a Heisman Trophy winner. They lose at West Virginia 29-22.
And Southeastern alum Ren Baker singing Country Roads to Prime as he left the building. There's a look around the college football scoreboard. 7-all our score here in Magnolia. Coming up, we take a look at the halftime stats of this one, as this is the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Blue River Valley Winery is the place to be, with breathtaking views, amazing food, and unforgettable wine. It's the perfect escape, whether you're planning a wedding, a family gathering, or just a peaceful afternoon. We've got something special for you. Come visit us at Blue River Valley Winery, located on Sawmill Road in Caddo. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Blue River Valley Winery.
Craving bold flavors and good vibes? Come on down to El Caporal Mexican Restaurant and Bar, your local fiesta headquarters. Sizzle your taste buds with Tex-Mex favorites, fresh seafood dishes, and don't forget their legendary top-shelf margaritas. Shaken, stirred, and always served with a smile. Whether it's date night, family night, or Margarita Monday, El Caporal is the place to be. El Caporal, where every night feels like a fiesta. Visit today. Taste the tradition, stay for the fun.
My name is Morgan Ammons, and I am the office manager at Westside Family Dentistry.
The dentists at Westside Family Dentistry have proudly helped patients and their families achieve healthy smiles for over 50 years.
I would recommend Westside Family Dentistry to anybody who's not a patient, because if they are looking for somewhere where they will come and feel welcome and comfortable and receive the very best care, then we're the place for them.
Westside Family Dentistry, 2915 Westside Drive in Durant, and westsidefamilydentistry.com.
The Pick 6 meal for two is back at Buffalo Wild Wings of Sherman. Choose 2 entrees, 2 sides, and 2 fountain drinks for just $19.99. Dine in only. Some restrictions apply. Pick 6 meal for two, perfect for all the games or just hanging out. All with 1 giant screen and 45 50-plus-inch TVs, so you never miss the game. Open 11 to midnight Sunday through Wednesday and 11 to 1 Thursday through Saturday. The $19.99 Pick 6 meal for two, only at Buffalo Wild Wings inside the Sherman Town Center.
It's time for the First United Bank pregame show. It's time for the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show on the Southeastern Sports Network.
They've now eaten up 3.5 minutes of game clock here on this 1st down and 10 from the 28. Snap back to Howard. Handoff Shannon. Right up the middle. 25, 20. Breaks the tackle. 15. Cuts at the 10. To the 5. To the end zone. Touchdown, Southeastern. Donovan Shannon. And Donovan Shannon with that touchdown run. That is the only score of the game so far for Southeastern Oklahoma State. As we welcome you back to the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show, not to be confused with the First United Bank pregame show, Cobain, as here it is 7-all in Magnet. Even when we don't have Bob, we have Cobain and you.
Hey, listen, we got to keep the string going. I'm going to tell you I did it on purpose, even though I really didn't.
Taking a look at the first half stats, and before we dive into them, Colton Howard, quarterback rating of 127. It looks really good on paper, 14 of 16. But they have kind of kept the handcuffs on him. 75 yards passing. It's been a lot of dink and dunk, really short, efficient passes, but only 75 yards passing so far for Howard, as he has been sacked once as well. Let's dive into the halftime numbers. Here's Rob Johnson.
And you know what? That's really true for Harris as well, but we'll get to the individual stuff in a minute. Total yard, 7-7 game. You would expect it to be close. It's that way in just about every statistical category as well. Total offense, Southern Ark 32 plays for 149 yards, Southeastern 28 plays for 139. Doesn't get a lot closer than that. 64 yards rushing for Southeastern, 75 passing. Southern Ark 70 yards rushing, 79 passing. So just 4 more plays to basically bring us right dead even at this point in the ball game. Both teams 3 of 7 on third down. So, I mean, again, it doesn't get a lot closer than that. We talked about the efficiency of both quarterbacks, even though both touchdowns have been via the running game. Individual statistics, we talked about the quarterbacks. Running backs, Donovan Shannon, 6 rushes for 50 yards in that first half. Along a 28, that was the touchdown run, but 8.2 yards per carry, not bad. Overall, 3 for 11 for Cobb, 1 for 4 for Lockhart. Colton Howard, just a couple of carries to try to get something with his legs. The leading passer, obviously, for Southern Ark is Harris, but he's also the leading rusher. 11 carries in that first half, 46 yards, a net of 37. Had a long of 28 right there at the end of the first half. Thomas, 5 for 25 and a touchdown. So, again, doesn't get a whole heck of a lot closer than that. Tackle-wise, Butler leading Southeastern with 6 total tackles, and Ellison leading Southern Arkansas with 5 total tackles.
It's kind of amazing. 7 different receivers have caught passes from Colton Howard. Talked a little bit about Southern Arkansas and Hezekiah Harris. You look at the combined passing in this game thus far, folks. 24 of 28, but for a whopping 154 yards.
You know what? It's both things, and that's what Southern Arkansas does to begin with. That's their game. They're going to get the ball out of his hands quickly. We talked about that in the pregame.
Both have longs of 20 yards. Both have been sacked once.
Exactly.
I mean, this is like the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at one another right now. That's what we have going on here at the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show, where it is a 7-all ball game. Southern Arkansas will have the ball to begin the second half. We'll go ahead and step aside. One more break here in the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show. We'll be back and we'll revisit the storm forecast after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Leonard Skinnard Live 2025 Tour. Friday, November 21st, Choctaw Grand Theater. One iconic night with Leonard Skinnard. On sale now. You can purchase tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Leonard Skinnard, Choctaw Casino Resort Durant.
If college is in your future, then scholarship applications should be too. Visit ChoctawFoundation.com for dozens of scholarship opportunities. Whether you're a high school senior or pursuing a doctorate-level degree, Choctaw Tribal members will find competitive scholarships for every level of education. Applications for the Choctaw Foundation open on January 15th, but you can start planning now. For more information, visit the scholarship page at ChoctawFoundation.com. That's CHAHTA Foundation.com.
Athletic injuries are essentially orthopedic injuries with sport-specific components. At Excel Therapy, our goal is for the athlete to return to the sport quickly. Excel Therapy can assist in speeding up recovery following surgery by improving range of motion, strength, and flexibility. At Excel Therapy, we excel at sports medicine. We excel at physical therapy. We excel at helping you excel. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, our team excels at orthopedic injury recovery and sports medicine. Find us at exceltherapyok.com.
When you're dealing with an insurance company, you're already behind the 8 ball. And the only way to get a level playing field is to hire an attorney.
We treat each and every case and each and every client as if they are a friend and neighbor, because that is how we view them.
You'll get the best service. You're going to have the best people working on your case. That I can promise.
Burridge Law Firm. Call 580-920-0700 or visit burridgelaw.com.
It's time for the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to Wilkins Stadium, our final segment of the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show. We revisit the storm forecast brought to you by our friends at the Wine Cellar Liquor Store. They have spirits smoother than Radio Road. You like that, don't you?
I'd like
Radio
to try
Road.
it.
Yeah, in Durant. Well, here is Rob Johnson. Let's go ahead and revisit those keys to today's game in our storm forecast. And let's begin with the defensive side of the ball. One of the things that you really pointed out, and at times in this game it has reared its ugly head, and that is tackling in space. There have been a couple of times today Southeastern played aggressive, and it bit them. Fortunately, it's not bitten them on the scoreboard yet.
Well, we've seen it both ways. We've seen great angles, great pursuit, and good aggressiveness, and they've been able to get some negative plays or short yardage stops. And then at the same time, we've seen them miss some of those angles, miss a tackle here and there, and the Mule Riders are running free. So you've seen it from both ways, and you need a little more consistency from this defense in the second half, although, to your point, 7-7 game at this point, so it's not a defensive problem. Offense needs to get a little more consistency and finish some drives.
Take a look at that offense. One of the keys was the offensive line. I mean, you look, they've been able to impose their will at times, but as of right now, and this kind of goes to what I was saying earlier, the only deep shot down the field we have seen was literally the last play of half, and it was really a throwaway play. Going back to what we were talking about, there were 4 seconds left. Howard was in the shotgun. He's in his own end zone. I had said, take the snap and airmail it into the stands. Well, he kept it in bounds, and he had a target, but it was overthrown. So far to this point, while Southeastern has been able to impose their will at times in this run game, an averaging 5.3 yards a carry, you got to think 64 of those yards, 28 of them came on one play. You take away that, you're averaging right at around 2.8 yards per carry. At a point in this game, the youngster Colton Howard, they're going to have to take a shot with him deep.
Well, either take a shot with him deep or get somebody in some space and at least let him push the ball down the field a little bit. Whether it's 35 yards down the field remains to be seen, but at least let him find some in-breaking routes. Something sort of take him from 101 level quarterbacking in that first half to maybe 201 here in the second half, and let him take a little more shots a little further down the field.
Of course, there's a look at or a revisit, I should say, of the storm forecast. Brought to you by our friends at the Wine Cellar Liquor Store, your place for premium craft brews as well as fine spirits. Be sure to celebrate more, drink better, and celebrate responsibly at the Wine Cellar Liquor Store, Radio Road in Durant. We'll wrap up the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show. Second half opponents after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
We recently hung out at Taco Casa to find out how Casa fans eat their casa.
Nachos.
Nachos, just meat and cheese, just cheese?
Meat, cheese, and lettuce.
Do you put any sauce on the nachos?
No, because I'm allergic to sauce.
How many napkins do you need when you eat nachos?
None.
None? You don't? Do you just lick it off your fingers?
Yeah.
When it's real fresh, real food, and real good, there's no wrong way to eat your casa. At Taco Casa, 1st Street in Durant and southbound 75 in Calera.
Arnett Insurance is proudly celebrating 60 years of serving Durant and the Texoma area. That's 3 generations of family ownership looking out for your insurance needs. Rates for home, life, auto, and commercial that fit your lifestyle and budget. At Arnett Insurance, you'll find 10 licensed agents with over 270 years of experience. Locally based agents that work with a variety of insurance companies give you the best options available. Located at 1116 West Main in Durant, it's Arnett Insurance and ArnettInsurance.com.
Shamrock Bank is an employee-owned company based in Southeastern Oklahoma. We are a proud sponsor of Savage Storm Athletics. Many of our employee owners are alumni of Southeastern and know firsthand the opportunities higher education can bring. Our success is tied to the success of the communities we serve. Come see the difference employee ownership makes. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Dive into the new Ultimate Trio at your neighborhood Applebee's of Ardmore, where every combo is a winning play. Pick, mix, and score for just $14.99. Who will you draft? Will it be chicken quesadillas with chipotle lime salsa, or boneless wings with house-made ranch or blue cheese? With 10 apps and 10 dips to combine, any combination could be the winning play. The Ultimate Trio, only at your neighborhood Applebee's of Ardmore, 2680 West Broadway. Open till midnight Sunday through Thursday and open till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
Wrapping up the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma halftime show, a revisit of the weather brought to you by Shelburne Heating and Air. Rob.
It's funny because you pull up the weather app and the first thing that flashes is the freeze alert that they have here, freeze warning that they have here tomorrow late in the evening. But today, as we sit here in our short sleeves, 78 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. It could not be a more perfect day for football.
Perfect day indeed. That brought to you by Shelburne Heating and Air. Yeah, you may want to give Jeff a call tonight if you haven't fired up that furnace yet. Shelburne Heating and Air, your locally owned heating and air experts. Second half is here, and for Southeastern Oklahoma State, a 7-all stalemate here at Wilkins Stadium. 49th meeting between these two programs. Southeastern, we talked a little bit about what's hanging in the balance for Southern Arkansas. Of course, with those 2 losses back-to-back, probably playoff hopes are squashed anyway, but that's what's hanging in the balance for them. For Southeastern, they're trying to secure a winning record for the first time in a couple of seasons. And the opening kick will not help that, as Gomez with a nice return out of bounds short of midfield at the 46-yard line on your U.S. Cellular second half kick.
They ran a little pooch kick over there to the side. He did a great job coming up and catching it. He was at full speed, made one guy miss, and then 3 strides later, he's darn near the midfield stripe. So great starting field position for the Mule Riders.
So first down and 10 for the Mule Riders, beginning this drive at their own 46-yard line. Harris with Thomas, the tailback to his right. Hand off Thomas, left side run out to the edge, picks up a couple before escaping out of bounds. Grissom had him in his sights. Gain of 2 to start the second half, gain of 3, the 49-yard line.
Grissom did a great job running the alley, as we say there. Good pursuit angle. He brings the runner not down, but knocks him out of bounds.
Harris in the gun. 2 receivers out to the right, looking to pass. Finds it out right side. Pass is caught. And then Cole McKnight slinging down the receiver Sanders over here on the near side. Still nice pickup of 5. It's close to a first down. I don't know how they haven't moved the sticks.
This line judge is trying to tell them it's a first down. There they go.
I have to say. So that was at the 44-yard line. I sitting there watching. I'm like, I don't know how you can get any closer to a first down. Going to bring out the old cue card and slide down between the two. They don't have Skyhawk technology here in the GAC, by the way. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Harris in the gun. Gomez to his right. And now a timeout taken by Southern Ark. Take one with them. 13:56 to go here in the first. Back after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Durant Lumber Company, your only locally home-owned lumber and true value hardware store at 115 South 3rd Street, has been a supporter of our community's local schools and athletes for over 100 years. You know Durant Lumber for all of their high-quality building materials. Now, get to know Durant Lumber for all of your game day needs with Traeger grills, wood pellets, outdoor furniture, and more. Durant Lumber, in the heart of downtown Durant. Quality products, competitive prices. Durant Lumber Company. Behind every project is a true value.
Here's one customer story with Cherokee TV.
We had the tornado here in Colbert, and we never lost service. A lot of the people who have Dish or DirecTV, they were actually blind and did not know where the tornado was at and what was going on because they didn't have TV service. We never even had a fade out with Cherokee, so we were able to see the storm coming, but also be able to listen to the local TV channels and know what was going on. Cherokee television service is a lifesaver.
TV from Cherokee Communications. Long live local.
Everyone, we'll touch on Coach Brad Smiley and his frustration here after this snap. First down and 10 after Southern Ark having to burn a timeout. Harris receives the snap, runs right up the middle, runs into the arms of Will Wallace, stood up after a gain of 3, and we can audibly hear Coach Brad Smiley dropping a few choice words to the officials. Reason he had to burn that timeout, the officiating crew couldn't decide what we could decide in a split second, that it was a first down. The play clock had almost ran out, and Smiley has to burn a timeout because of the officials' inefficiency. Wow. Second down and 6. Harris shows pass, now goes deep pass, bat it down at the line of scrimmage. Big number 93, Jordan Hood, got a hand on that one.
A great job by both Travian Butler and Cole McKnight, not biting on that double move right there, flipping their hips and running with the receivers. There was nobody open, and they were in great position.
Third down here for Southern Ark. In that first half, 3 of 7 on third downs for the season. They convert at a rate of 44%. Must make the 34. They now shift Thomas to the left of the quarterback, Harris. Snap coming from between the hashes, moving left to right. Hand off Thomas, right side run, first down and more. Gets to the second level before Travion Butler takes him down. And there was just a gaping lane for him to run through down to the Southeastern 28 with a gain of 13.
And I'll tell you why there's a gape. Well, got to go tempo here.
Harris receives the snap. Quick out, left side. This pass snagged out of the air, and then the run quickly ended. Kendall Williams out in the left flat, picking up yardage down to the 26-yard line.
That's what this offense wants to do, that quick look to the outside. Going back to the previous play, Will Wallace blitzing off the edge. They ran right up underneath that blitz, and he's caught in no man's land, and there's a big gap in where his vacated linebacker spot would have been.
So second down here. In motion, Gomez across the formation. Harris keeps on his own left side run and able to pick up another first down, or awfully close to it. He's inside the 20.
See if they make a quicker decision this time.
15, William Wallace, and
Thank
97, Dylan Seabach on the tackle.
He's here all week, folks. It's going to be short, marked at the 19-yard line. Harris again on the run, and this time he has a first down. Down to the 17-yard line, gain of 2. Needed about the length of a football to pick up a first down. They'll move the stick, Southern Ark in the red zone. Drive it started off of a great return by Gomez. Drive began at the 46-yard line. In minus territory, they're now down to the Southeastern 17. And it's Harris in the gun. Harris receives the snap. Handoff up the middle. Gomez working the left hash. Inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line with a gain of 3.
They've got this Southeastern defense on their heels right now. Quick looks to the outside when there's a big box. Run it up the middle when they spread them out.
Second down and 7 here. Handoff, Gomez again into the pile. This time wrapped up by big number 93, Jordan Hood, the redshirt junior out of Elgin, Texas. Maybe having his most productive game since coming back from injury. We've called his name several times. So a couple of tackles and a bat it down pass brings up 3rd down now.
As Brad Sham would say, a 4-point play here.
And it's 3rd down and 4. Clock inching toward the 10-minute mark here in the 3rd. Harris receives the snap, keeps on his own, off to the left. He stood up, driven back. Grissom pawing at the football, couldn't get a hold of it as Will Wallace tackled for a loss back to the 13-yard line.
And that stop, we just said it's a 4-point play. That's going to force a field goal attempt here. Keeps Southern Arkansas out of the end zone at least.
And this could be interesting. Hayden Nitz, while he's perfect on extra points, shaky on field goals, 2 of 7 this season. He is 1 of 2 in the 20s. This is a 29-yard attempt near the left hash, going toward the south upright. Snap is back, hold is down. Southeastern comes after it, but Nitz bangs it through. And it's a 3-point lead for Southern Art, 10-7. 9:47 to go in the 3rd. Back after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation.
I am our past.
I am our present. I am our future.
I am all of us. When we share, we become one.
Because our stories make us more.
Stories keep our culture alive.
See them and share them at togetherwe'remore.com.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you.
See your Texoma Chevy dealers.
Welcome back, everyone. Wilkins Stadium, where Southern Arkansas takes their opening possession of the second half, settles for a field goal. We'll have that for you after this. Your U.S. Cellular kickoff. Be sure to register to win $10,000 in the Life in Us Mode sweepstakes. All you have to do, very simple, answer a couple of questions when you visit giveaway.uscellular.com. The Life in 10K or the 10K Life in Us Mode sweepstakes brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Here's a kick from Hayden Nitz, and it is a left to right, north to south kind of pooch kick. Lands. It's a live ball. Williams slips on the turf, somehow gets back up, falls on top of it, but back at the 15-yard line. Andre Williams just simply slipped.
Well, I'm going to tell you what happened. He's coming up and he's trying to get it. Obviously, he did slip, and that's a massive part of the problem. But there was an up back there, number 81, and I can't see the roster over there,
Brewer,
that called for a fair catch, waved his hand above his head. So now Williams is in a position where even if I catch this, I can't return it, and I think it might be something that distracted him.
Right now, here is your Texoma Chevy dealer scoring drive recap. Mule Riders with a 3-point lead.
Quickly, 12 plays, 41 yards, 5 minutes, 8 seconds off the clock, and a 29-yard field goal.
Here's Howard, his first snap of the second half. Handoff play, right side run. Cobb ran right into the back of his offensive lineman, Dorian Maple. And that allowed the safety, Lemuel Martin, to come up and make a tackle. Second down and 7, after a gain of 3.
We've seen some success with this running game on that quick hitter, just straight up the field kind of run, as opposed to trying to get to the edges. Want to see him kind of continue that look.
Southern Art creeping up. The safety only 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Here's Howard passing out right side. Pass caught by Brewer. Jetting up the left sideline. Cannot get out of an ankle tackle at the 43-yard line. That was a touchdown saving grab by Devarian Foster. Foster, the 5'11", 210-pound senior from DeSoto, Texas, played a year ago, has logged action in only 5 games this season, and he makes his presence known on that tackle because Brewer had a ton of greenery in front. That pass play, the longest of the game for Colton Howard, as it is a gain of 25 out to the 43-yard line. Moving Simpson in motion to the left. Handoff Cobb and a little hiccup on the exchange there, and that allowed big Andrew Rogers, 275-pounder, to penetrate and take Cobb down for a loss of 1 at the 42.
Little confusion on the left side of that offensive line. Guard goes in, tackle goes out. Nobody blocks Rogers. That's the easiest tackle he's ever going to have right there.
So Southeastern, after a little off on a busted coverage, they take a tackle for a loss, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Howard looking to the far side, receiving signals. 3 guys over there motioning. Don't know which one's making the play call. As there's 4 wide, 2 to each side. Howard receives the snap. Rolls to his right. Pressure on the way. Wobbly pass. High and incomplete. Went through the hands of Sean Steens.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen Howard kind of lose, show some quick feet and a little bit of anxiety. He's really got a pretty decent pocket in there. Chooses to escape out to the right, put himself in a situation, eliminates half the field. Inaccurate throw, and now you've got 3rd and long.
Well, he had Casey Cobb, the senior out of Farmersville, Louisiana, who has 4.5 sacks on the season. He was eyeing his 5th right there. The left side the right side defensive end. Snap back to Howard. Howard to his right, plants, fires, picked off. Pecked out of the air by Zay Woods across midfield. Now bouncing to the left. Still on his feet inside the 30. And Woods appeared as though he baited him into that one.
Yep. He absolutely did. They're backed up into his zone. Howard sees the crossing route. That's something that's going to be more of a man beater as opposed to a zone beater. He waits for the route to clear. Unfortunately, in a zone situation, there's going to be another defender waiting there. Doesn't see him and throws it right to him.
But Southeastern's defense in a very tough situation. Best starting field position of the game for Southern Arc. Comes at the 7:29 mark here in the 3rd, and they'll start this drive at the 29. This could be one of the key plays of the game. That interception right there, a 3-point game at the time that play occurred. Harris in the gun with 5 wide. Brings the tailback Thomas in motion. Harris wants to pass, steps up. Now has to tuck and run. Gets across the 20. Zion Carter slinging him down at the 10. So a busted play results into a gain of 19 for Hezekiah Harris. And Harris has his Mill Riders 1st and goal at the 10.
And I appreciate Carter not wanting to horse tackle Harris there. He made a good decision. Unfortunately, cost him another 5 or 6 yards.
Harris here in the gun, 4 wide. And here's a snap that's just blotched. Harris received the snap and dropped it. I'm not sure he was ready for that snap.
Yeah, I think it came early. He was still looking up at the defense, trying to make some reads or maybe some adjustments. Ball kind of rolled back to him, and he had to cover it. Opportunity here defensively.
So it is a 3-yard loss after that mishandled snap. Early movement here. Was it the left tackle that moved, or was it
right tackle?
Yeah, the right tackle that moved, or was it Zion Carter?
Well, we know what Coach Smiley thinks because the right tackle's coming over here to stand next to him.
Braden Stafford, redshirt sophomore, he just quickly came over to the sidelines. It's never a good sign. So the Mule Riders going in reverse here. It's 2nd and goal from the 18, but they have operated well when given space this afternoon. 4 wide, Harris in the gun. Thomas the tailback to his left. Harris fires out right side, pass caught, slips a tackle, and inside the 10, out of bounds is DeAndre Burns. He was able to burn Grissom there.
Yeah, you said it. Slips a tackle, and Grissom takes a bad angle. Ball comes back underneath him. I know we sound like a broken record, but we knew that was going to be a big thing today, and a missed one there.
So, Mule Riders have it down to the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 8. Harris in the gun, 3 to the left. Harris to pass. Goes right, corner pass, broken up. Josh Dobbins able to break that one up, the 6'1", 195-pound junior from Colleyville, Texas. Interesting situation here, and they're going to elect field goal for Hayden Nitz.
The ball is thrown high to the big receiver out here in the corner, and Dobbins does exactly what you're coached to do. Let the ball come through, go up through the receiver's hands. He does exactly that and knocks it away.
It's going toward the tight end Trussell on that play. As here's Nitz for the extra point. Snap is high, brought down in time, and the kick essentially an extra point. They'll go for three. Southeastern's defense survives. 13-7 our score. 5:41 to go here in the third. Back after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Steubenville Chevrolet in Durant is proud to support Savage Storm Athletics. And with the same pride, resilience, and strength as Savage Storm fans, Steubenville Chevrolet is proud to be Durant Chevy dealer. When you need a new car, truck, or SUV, the Steubenville team is ready to find your perfect tailgate vehicle. No need to leave town to find what you want. Stay local, buy your Chevrolet the Steubenville way, and go Savage Storm.
We recently hung out at Taco Casa to find out how Casa fans eat their casa.
2 tacos and a bean burrito.
Do you use the sauce?
Yes.
So do you put it off to the side, or do you like soak your burrito in it? How do you use the sauce?
I soak it up as much as I can. I pour it on there, on the tacos and burrito.
When it's real fresh, real food, and real good, there's no wrong way to eat your casa. Be sure to visit Taco Casa, 1st Street in Durant and southbound 75 in Calera.
Time for your U.S. Cellular kickoff. It is a left to right kick. Be sure to join Mix 96.1 and U.S. Cellular on location next Saturday morning. The lovely Caroline Kane will be on location with U.S. Cellular. It is our final game day broadcast of the year with East Central in town. I have the big cookout going on in Tailgate Alley, and we'll be there for 2 hours. Your U.S. Cellular kickoff. It is a high pooch kick again to the right. This one fielded by Lockhart. And they'll say a fair catch was waved for.
And it was. Detarian Johnson did the same thing. Now, it's hard to tell because of the sun if he's going up to shield his eyes from the sun, but it definitely was interpreted as a fair catch.
So here's Rob Johnson with another Texoma Chevy dealer scoring drive recap. Find your red tag today at your local Texoma Chevy dealers.
Well, this one comes off the interception. 5 plays, 21 yards. 1 minute, 48 seconds off the clock, and Nitz from 25 yards out extends the lead to 6.
13-7 our score. Howard having his first mistake of the afternoon just a moment ago. Receives the snap, looking to pass, out near side, caught Jax Sternberger. They'll say his knee was down when he made the catch. That'll rob him of a couple of yards. And you know what? This is where I'm about to go into a philosophical rant. There are certain rules that exist in college football that need to be done away with. That's one of them. If you're not down by contact, then let's play ball. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Snap back here to Howard, handoff right side, run Shannon getting out to the edge, 35, makes the cut, has a first down. Now pushed over the 40, dogpiled by a host of yellow gold jerseys as Reggie Ruffin, freshman now Spring, Texas, making that final stop. But it is a gain of 10 on the play.
To continue your rant, now if we can get one for forward progress at some point that goes against you, that would be the other rule that I'd put on that list that needs to be changed. And you know what? Neither of them probably will be.
Well, you know, this is college. We're protecting the amateur athletes.
Right.
First down it did. Snap back to Howard. Out right side, pass caught by Steens, his third catch of the day. And he stopped short of midfield. Down at the 47.5-yard line. That one just for you, Matt Thomas.
Pretty clear that what they've wanted to do from the get-go is get Colton Howard with quick looks out to the outside, kind of what Southern Arkansas tries to do. He's been great at it so far today.
Second down and a long 4 here. Must make the Mule Rider 48 for a first. Clock under 4 to play here in the third, down by 6. Handoff Shannon, probing to the right. Has a cut over the midfield stripe and a first down. Down to the Mule Rider 47-yard line. needed, I said, a long 4, and he got 5.
Well, you think of Shannon being the lightning to Jonathan Cobb's thunder, but right there he finished that run physically at the end and got the extra half-yard, Matt, so that the first down sticks move.
So Howard taking this snap from the sun. He's atop the Mule Rider logo. As Simpson now, the tight end, moves to the right side of the formation. Snap back, play action, fires, passes high, tip, pick, interception. The safety snagged it out of the air. It's Gunn up the left sideline. And that one, Steens probably should have hauled that one in. He did not. And the tip drill interception goes to Braden Gunn, the junior. And it's his first interception of the season.
And I agree, the ball's high. And Steens is probably going to be the first one to tell you should have come down with it. But at the same time, that ball's got to be more accurate. You've got to get that ball into the framework of the receiver for 2 reasons. Number one, you don't want that to happen. But number two, when he catches that football on a slant, he's going to get rocked. And you're putting your receiver kind of out to dry. So you've got to get that ball into the framework of the receiver.
Well, if the last interception presented a tough situation starting at the 29, this one level difficulty 10.
Yes.
It starts at the 23-yard line after that return from Braden Gunn. Harris in the gun. As tailback to his right, and it is Lambert who takes the carry, picks up a couple down to the 21-yard line. D'Angelo Shanks. Appears as though he I got a little bit of a check there. And although not leaving the field. So 2nd down and 8. Mule Riders content to run clock here. They have a 6-point advantage, and the Southeastern offense has not been able to get any sort of traction here in the second half. A couple of interceptions on consecutive drives. Harris, quarterback run all day, tries to stretch it out to the right. Jordan Hood able to corral him down inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Gain of 2. 3rd down and 6 on the way. And back in the red zone are the Mule Riders with that run.
Another one of those 4-point plays right here. Great job from the backside pursuit. Not just Hood, but Will Wallace chasing that quarterback down.
Harris with Lambert, the tailback to his right. Snap from the right hash as they move left to right here at Wilkins Stadium and Rip Powell Field.
Watch the seam right here.
Lambert now to the left of the quarterback, Harris. On 3rd and 6. Receives the snap, looks right, quarterback draw up the middle, and he is stood up by Braden Winters, kept powering for it, stopped a yard short.
Number 9, Champ Harris on the quarterback keeper.
There's a flag
Braden Winters with a tackle.
a little bit beyond where that tackle took place. Southern Arc motioning that it is against Southeastern, perhaps illegal contact to the head.
Yeah, targeting is what Harris is signaling.
Coach Adterbury.
Targeting, defense, number 10.
So targeting on Datari and Johnson. And they'll review this play. So 1:29 to go. We'll take a quick review timeout. Savage Storm defense awaiting this call, the difference between the 1st down or 4th and short, facing the Mule Riders. Back after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Protection.
Reassurance.
Compensation.
All describe what insurance is designed to provide.
However, with catastrophic loss, such as an auto accident, wrongful death, or house fire, the insurance company can be a confusing and daunting entity.
If you have suffered from an injury or loss, the Burridge Law Firm can help. We know how frustrating it can be to deal with insurance companies and medical providers. Large enough to provide a wealth of experience, yet small enough to focus on each client, Burridge Law Firm is here to serve your legal needs with dedication and diligence.
Are you still searching for the right job to fit your needs? Look no further. There's something for you here. Choctaw Nation has open positions in a wide range of exciting fields, including IT, gaming, healthcare, food and beverage, hospitality, security, and much more. Find your next job or even your next career today. Visit careers.choctawnation.com to browse open positions. Check out our competitive benefits packages and apply for that perfect job. Find your something here.
They continue to check the iPad on the far side of the field. Let us tell you about how you can fall into cash this November. Win your share of $1.2 million given away Fridays and Saturdays with hourly drawings, including tonight, big $100,000 drawing at 1 a.m. There are drawings that begin this evening, each hour on the hour. Be sure to visit the Rewards Club inside Choctaw Casino Resort Durant for more info on how you can fall into cash this November. Minute 29 to go here in the third, and there's a long look over on the far side as they tried to determine whether or not Datari Johnson committed a targeting infraction. The timing of that would be huge because that means Johnson's day would be done. It also means he would be done for the first half of next week's game against East Central.
That's something else they need to look at, and I'm serious. I mean, I love the targeting rule. I love that they're trying to protect players, but the idea that you eject a player for something that he may not have intended to do, it's tough.
They continue to take a long look at this one over on the far side. While they do that, I remind you to catch player profiles brought to you by Discover Durant. You can discover little tidbits about some of the student athletes at Southeastern Oklahoma State. Right now we have volleyball and football players up. Coming up soon, basketball players will begin dropping. As a matter of fact, basketball season for Southeastern beginning next week, men and women. Women beginning on the road in Minnesota. Very young team for Coach Darren Grover. And for the men, they actually get to start a season at home, hosting a crossover challenge with the Northern Sun Conference. And you can watch those games, all those games. You can watch East Central. They take on Minnesota Duluth. That game taking place next Friday evening. And, of course, Southeastern will take on Minot State. With action continuing on Saturday, you'll get a dose of Rob and myself Friday night.
You're welcome.
Saturday night, it's all on you, Bob Sullins. All on you, buddy.
I do have one thing to point out here, and I saw this in a game the other day that I was watching. These reviews are a little different than the typical review. Typically, they would say the call on the field is targeting. If you can't find obvious evidence to reverse that, then you stick with the call on the field. That's with the catcher. Did they get a first down, line to gain, that kind of stuff. Targeting is different. They look at this differently. Targeting was called on the field, but if they cannot find reason to see targeting, they remove the call. So it's not one of those, not enough evidence, keep what we thought. It's, even though we thought we saw it, if we can't see it, remove it. So a little bit different standard of review.
They're taking that standard to a new level right now.
I'm telling you, it's not like they got 9 angles at ESPN.
We've gone back to 1996. We've got the whole crowd here doing the Macarena.
Unbelievable.
And now we will get a call with a minute 29 to go here.
After review, there is no foul for targeting on the play. Number 10 can stay in the game. It's third down.
Like how that is
fourth down.
Fourth down now. It should be 4th and 1. Actually going to be 4th and 2. The offense back out on the field.
It's going to be 4th down and about 2 for the Mule Riders.
So here's Harris.
Huge play.
And a huge play indeed, electing to go for it here. Defense needing to make a stand. They've held the Mule Riders to field goals the last 2 drives here. Here's Harris. Up the middle, lowers his head. I think he's got enough. He's awfully close if he's not. But I think he was able to find enough room behind the center there. Southeastern saying no. Southeastern
saying they got the football.
And they're saying emphatically.
And so are the officials. The referee
is pointed to Southeastern's way.
Number 97, Dylan Seabach on the tackle.
Harris doesn't have his headgear on. We have a long conversation going on here. Another.
Timeout on the field for measurement.
A timeout for measurement.
Well, the white hat just pointed the direction of Southeastern, so I guess he changed his mind. Did you see what I saw?
I saw it as well. And now we're into Sweet Caroline. The PA is playing the hits here in the last 5 minutes. We've gone from
we'll give you the
Macarena to Sweet Caroline. 45 seconds remaining here in the third, and this has been the longest 45 seconds known to man.
Unbelievable.
We had a review on the targeting. DeTardy and Johnson was told, you, sir, can stay in the game.
Nope.
And this ball is going to be short. Southeastern's defense are able to turn Southern Arc away. Gutsy play call. We talked about it while we were in timeout off air. We both thought Southern Arc would go for it, not do the conservative thing, which would be kick a field goal, go up by 2 scores.
Exactly.
But the Southeastern defense, they're able to hold. Now, can the Southeastern offense find some traction?
Absolutely.
Not been able to do that so far. 2 possessions, 2 interceptions here in this second half so far.
Howard's going to get the opportunity to work through this right now, play through the mistakes.
They put a minute 5 on the game clock. Howard will hand off Cobb with a right side run. Nothing going there.
I think everybody in the yard knew he was handing that one off. Last 2 throws have been interceptions. He wanted no part of throwing that ball.
So second down and 10 here, so deep in their own territory. Clock moving, Southeastern trailing 13-7. It was a 7-all tie at the halftime break. Only score of the game for the Savage Storm coming from the legs of Donovan Shannon, a 28-yard rushing score, his 4th rushing score of the season. Handoff Cobb on this second down play, stumbles at the line of scrimmage, falls forward, picks up 2 to the 16-yard line. And Southeastern here, they do not have to take a snap. They could take it into the 4th.
I think that's what I would suggest.
I think that's what they're going to do because there's no sense of urgency on the part of the offense. And we will head to the 4th here in Magnolia. Southeastern defense dealt a bad hand in the third quarter, but they come away holding Southern Arc to 2 field goals and a turnover on downs. 4th quarter straight ahead after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
My name is Morgan Ammons, and I am the office manager at Westside Family Dentistry.
The dentists at Westside Family Dentistry have proudly helped patients and their families achieve healthy smiles for over 50 years.
My favorite part of my job at Westside Family Dentistry is getting to help patients achieve their dream smile.
Accepting most dental insurance. Not insured? Ask about Westside Family Dentistry's VIP program. Westside Family Dentistry, 2915 Westside Drive in Durant, and westsidefamilydentistry.com.
Athletic injuries are essentially orthopedic injuries with sports-specific components. At Excel Therapy, our goal is for the athlete to return to the sport quickly. Excel Therapy can assist in speeding up recovery following surgery by improving range of motion, strength, and flexibility. At Excel Therapy, we excel at sports medicine. We excel at physical therapy. We excel at helping you excel. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, our team excels at orthopedic injury recovery and sports medicine. Find us at exceltherapyok.com.
Fourth quarter time is here, and Southeastern Oklahoma State find themselves in a 6-point hole on the road. Coach Adterbury on the road all time, 500 as a head coach. He's 37-37. That includes his coaching stint at A&M Kingsville.
Seriously, we got to prepare the chains. What have we been doing during the break?
Really kind of confused with that one myself. So here is 3rd down and a long 8. Must make the 24 for a first. Howard to pass out of an empty backfield. Pumps once. Now flush to his right, throw short, finds Steens. Not enough. Steens has ran out short of the 20-yard line. He was eyeing Sternberger there for a moment.
Yes.
Nothing never developed. And I say that, it may have developed, he may have been a little gunshot.
Exactly. I think Sternberger wasn't open, and a good decision there. Looked like he had Almost called him Cameron Lamar. Cameron Lockhart off to the left flat. You want to get that ball to your athlete in space and let him try to get a first down. Perhaps a little gun shy there, but at least he didn't put the ball in harm's way.
Dorsey, who had a monster punt in the first half of 48 yards. He is back at his own 1 on this one. Receives the snap, they come after it, and this one's a shank. This one, a lot of hang time, then checks up at the 44, goes out of bounds backwards toward the goal line. And fortunate for Southeastern, the field judge did not see it as I saw it. He sees it going out at the 43. So that Southeastern defense again will begin deep in their own territory. This drive will begin at the 43-yard line, and we'll go ahead and leave it right here. 14:49, just coming out of the quarter break.
Well, bottom line, this defense has been on the football field an awful lot here through that third quarter with the 2 turnovers. They've stepped up, got a turnover on downs, forced a field goal on the other one. Now they're going to be put right back in a bad spot here with great field position for the Mule Riders. And this defense in a position where they got to try to get a turnover here, try to do something to get this momentum flipped back the other way.
And this is just a rough estimate looking at my run sheet here. Southern Arkansas time of possession in that third quarter of a 15-minute clock. They had it for 10 minutes.
Yep, there you go.
And they'll have it again. And again, this will be the fourth straight drive, that's begun in plus territory for Southern Ark. They begin at Southeastern's 43-yard line. Harris in the gun. Handoff, right side run, Gomez. And he is tackled from behind Dylan Seabach after a gain of 4 down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, just a sort of a counter look there. He's able to cut that one back and get pretty decent yardage on first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Harris, no backs in the backfield, tied in to the left. Now pauses as to shade the sun out of his eyes, the last remaining bit of sunlight that is not being blocked out by the press box here at Wilkins Stadium. Now sending Gomez in motion. Harris will keep on his own, run to the right, and D'Angelo Shanks racks him up, and then he is finished off by Prince Dway.
Great job by Shanks getting off the block, and now he's gonna go down with looks like a cramp.
Talked about the odd humidity in our weather. Well, temperature-wise, it is extremely nice. I mean, this is perfect fall-like weather, and it is Shanks getting stretched out for a cramp. Humidity, 80%. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit odd. Of course, could kind of tell that in our drive over here last night, driving through the fog. It was very moisture heavy as we came into Texarkana at around 1 o'clock last night from our Friday night work. And here is 3rd down and 6. Guarantee you if Herb Street was having to drive to a game, he would have a driver.
He doesn't drive anywhere, brother. He is going to not only get a driver, but that's after he gets off the private jet.
If I get an emotional support lab, will you start driving me to the game?
Without question.
All right. I've got an emotional support cat, Sparky.
Yeah.
Sparky the kitten. I don't think he'll go for a ride. I don't know if he could handle the ride out to Texarkana. 3rd, I don't think the Holiday Inn Express would allow the little kitty to stay the night. 3rd down and 6. 13:38 to go. It's a 13-6 lead for Southern Ark. Drive beginning at Southeastern's 43. They have Gomez in motion. Harris, quarterback keeper up the middle. He runs over Braden Winters. Winters just got trucked, and Harris all the way down to the Southeastern 27. You don't see that often. Harris, very strong run by the junior quarterback.
2 things there. We talked about how this quarterback's a big kid, 6'2", 205. This is no slight quarterback, and the second issue you've got is a tired defense right now. So
So with that, 3rd and long, 3rd and 6, it's a gain of 11. Harris now has the offense down to the Southeastern 28. Harris out right side, almost picked off. Cole McKnight closed in on a pass that was intended out to Jace Taylor on the far side, and he almost came away with it, but instead an incomplete pass.
The ball's low and away. If that ball's on target, we got a 13-13 game, but an opportunity for Southeastern to take the lead because he had nothing but green grass in front of him right there.
That's a real first scary throw of the game for Harris to see if he can get willed into another here. Nope, he'll run out to the left. Enough of that. And he'll run right into the Tarian Johnson, who then sandwiches him in to the gut of Josh Johnson. And that lateral run goes nowhere. 3rd down and 10. Can the defense bow its neck one more time?
Might have been a little extra in that tackle for his buddy Winters. Johnson finished that one pretty physically.
3rd down and 10 here. Harris in the gun. Snap coming in the shade. One little glimmer of sunlight on the north side of this press box, shining on the tailback Gomez, and the quarterback Harris receives the snap. Play action. Harris goes deep left side, has a man incomplete. That pass off the mark for Jacob Trussell, the tight end. And the incompletion brings up 4th and 10.
And they're in no man's land. I would expect them to leave the offense back out here. I say that, maybe not.
They're going to trot Nitz out for a field goal, and he has struggled basically everything 30-plus. He is just 1 of 5 this season. This is a 44-yard attempt. He is 0 for 2 in the 40s this year. Has a long of 34. He's made a couple of 29-yard field goals today. Snap on the left hash. 44-yard attempt. Snap is back. Kick is on the way. Plenty of leg. And he bangs it through the north uprights, and it's a 2-score lead. 16-7, 11:57 to go in the 4th. Savage Sword football continues after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Beer runs, straight up competitive. And the wine cellar, we're MVP. From ice cold game day beer to craft brews that impress your hipster buddies. And premium spirits smoother than a quarterback spiral. We've got your victory celebration in a bottle. Don't show up empty-handed. Show up legendary. And proud partner of the Southeastern Sports Network. The Wine Cellar Liquor Store, Radio Road, Durant. Drink better. Celebrate more.
Chris Young, live in concert. Saturday, November 15th, Choctaw Grand Theater. Chris Young. Special guest Mitchell Tenpenny. You can purchase tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Choctaw Casino Resort Durant.
11:57 to go here in this 4th quarter, and it's a 16-7 lead for Southern Arc. Your U.S. Cellular kickoff will be a procedure penalty as they again attempted a pooch kick to the right. Southeastern will have solid starting field position, and while they sort this out, let's sort out the Texoma Chevy Dealer scoring drive recap for the Mule Riders. Another 3 points. They've had 4 possessions, have started in plus territory, and they've settled for field goals on all of them.
Well, they get 7 plays, 16 yards. 2 minutes and 52 seconds to run seven plays. Nitz finished it with a 44-yard field goal to make this a 2-score game.
So Southeastern will begin this drive at their own 35, 11:57 to go, and down by a couple of scores. Howard, play action, flings it out right side, caught Gabe Corona, unable to make a man miss. Submarine tackle made over here on the near side by Zay Woods. Or not Woods, excuse me. It was Tut McLaughlin who made that stop. Still a little significant gain of 5, we'll call it, to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 5 on the way.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what we've seen earlier, and that's where Howard has been effective in that quick sort of extension of the running game.
Howard in the gun, claps his hands, receives the snap, handoff Lockhart. And Lockhart taken down, only a couple into the run. Tackle made by Devarion Foster, and gain of 1 to 41-yard line. So 3rd down and 4 coming up here.
You know, if I was as fast as Lockhart, I'd want to get to the edge and run too. Sometimes the cutback's a little bit more shallow, young man.
Southeastern 0 for 2 on 3rd downs here in the second half. Howard receives the snap, flings it out left side, pass caught Corona, and Woods fights through the block that was set by Brewer. And Woods makes an open field tackle on Corona, and now decision to be had here for Southeastern.
Well, not much of a block over there. He got in the way, and Zay Jones just shoved him away and made the play. If he gets any kind of block at all, Corona's going to have some space over there to make a difference, and unfortunately unable to get past Jones.
So no gain on the play, and back out is Logan Dorsey. And unlike USC, we don't have a 4th-string quarterback wearing number 38 today. But Dorsey is going to fling it down the right side, and it's broken up by Woods. Was going toward Brewer on the fake punt. No interference flags. And Southern Arc will take over again. Deep in Southeastern territory.
Look, not going to question the decision. I mean, they're trying to make a play to change momentum here. Point is, if you're going to go for it on a 4th and 5, I might rather have Colton Howard throwing that ball than the punter. That said, questionable contact over there on the far side of the field, but no flag.
I think that's what people were wanting. That's what Coach Adterbury wants.
Yep.
But no flag thrown. And Southern Arc, this will be their 5th straight drive that begins in Southeastern territory. Begins at the 41. Jet sweep to the right. Out to the edge, spun down at the 35 is Cooper Sanders.
Number 4, Cooper Sanders on the
and a gain of 6 to the 35-yard line.
Another effort to get that defense spread out and running sideline to sideline. They've been doing it all the time here seemingly in this second half. That defense is tired.
Southern Arc has 5 straight drives in plus territory. You got to think at what point does the dam break for this defense as well as they have played today. Harris hesitates, now quarterback draw, and plunges through a hole over the 30. And a 1st down, Southern Arc moves the sticks.
Block out there on the edge. They pull the backside guard and kick out the end man of the line of scrimmage. That's usually something you see from a tailback, but they got a quarterback 6'2", 205, and they're not afraid to let him do it.
Speaking of tailback, Travion Thomas is lined up to the right of the quarterback, Hezekiah Harris. Harris in the gun. Receives a snap, handoff up the middle, Thomas. Thomas over the 25, spins down to the 21-yard line.
You just said it. When is the dam going to break? I'm not saying that it has. This defense has got a lot of pride, and they've got, frankly, a lot of depth, and there's another cramp.
And now Jordan Hood is down, stretching out. Official timeout on the field. 9:08 to go here in the 4th. Go ahead and take a timeout with them. Savage Storm football continues after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Sparlin Realty is dedicated to achieving your goals and will always do what's in your best interest. For residential and commercial properties, farm, ranch, and land purchases, you'll feel good about your choice of Sparlin Realty.
At Sparlin Realty, there's nothing more gratifying than achieving your goals and earning your trust along the way.
Whether you're selling your property or buying your dream home, it would be our privilege to assist you. Please call us today at 580-745-1055
or SparlinRealty.com.
Shamrock Bank is an employee-owned company based in southeastern Oklahoma. We are a proud sponsor of Savage Storm Athletics. Many of our employee owners are alumni of Southeastern and know firsthand the opportunities higher education can bring. Our success is tied to the success of the communities we serve. Come see the difference employee ownership makes. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
To 7 our score here at Wilkins Stadium on the road, Magnolia, Arkansas. Jordan Hood, after being stretched out, having to leave the game. 3-man front for Southeastern on this 2nd and 1. Handoff Thomas up the middle. Eludes a tackle from Prince Dway before finally being taken down by McKnight. Also, Will Wallace on that tackle. Down to the 16, though. Needed 1, they pick up 5, and the chains will move now in the red zone. Harris in the gun. He'll run left side. Stood up by Johnson, thrown back by Prince Dway. 5th play of the drive coming up here.
I'll tell you what, you got to credit this defense. They continue. There's no quitting this bunch, and they're continuing to fight, but they've just got kind of an uphill battle here, playing in their own end this entire second half.
And the only drive Southern Ark did not begin in plus territory. It began 4 yards short of plus territory. It started at the 46-yard line. That one ended in a 29-yard field goal. That would give them an initial 10-7 lead. They lead now 16-7, 3 field goals here in the second half as Thomas plunges ahead, makes his way from the 13 down to the 11, and now another 3rd down.
And just picking away, continuing to get this 3 yards in a cloud of dust, sort of Harding-esque here, pounding on that defense, keeping this clock running, already up by 2 scores and in field goal range.
It's been interesting because Hayden Nitz, who is hit 2 field goals all season long, was 2 of 7 coming into today. He's a perfect 3 of 3. Harris with Gomez in motion. The snap got off to his side, and that allowed the defense and D'Angelo Shanks to converge on him quickly. Gain of 1 down to the 10, and another decision to be made here by Coach Smiley.
Already up 2 scores. It looks like he's going to lead the offense. Nope, there they come as soon as I start to say the sentence. Oh,
this would be a perfect opportunity for a block, scoop, and score.
And that would be just what the doctor ordered, right?
Be a 27-yard attempt.
Dialing it up as
Dr. Lindley, as it were.
Nix will line up what is a 22-yard attempt in the shade here. Snap is back, hold is down, and it is blocked. It is blocked. Cole McKnight will pick it up, and he'll scoop it up the right sideline, midfield 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. House call. Touchdown, Southeastern. And Southeastern down by 3 with 6:17 to go here in the 4th.
I'm a little freaked out right now. Did you just totally call that?
You're going to the casino tonight, bet on black.
Don't do it now. You just used up every bit of luck you got. That said, this defense, man, what can you say? Not only standing up, but now that's a game-changing kind of play where could really flip momentum in this sucker and give Southeastern a chance to come back late.
Sideline warning on Southeastern. I think we'll take it.
Yeah.
And 6:17 to go here in the 4th quarter. How about Cole McKnight coming back from injury? Unofficially, a 74-yard return off of the scoop and score off of the blocked field goal. And Dylan Cox's extra point is good. And just like that, it is a 2-point game. Savage Storm down by 2, 16-14. Back after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
The Artisan at Brick Street Hotel in historic downtown Durant, where elevated American cuisine meets craft cocktails in a refined yet comfortable atmosphere. Every dish is crafted with quality ingredients, locally sourced, curated to perfection with unparalleled service. Whether it's brunch, lunch, or a special night out, The Artisan is your perfect destination with private, semi-private, and large party reservations available. Reserve your table today at theartisandurant.com. Theartisandurant.com.
Back, everyone, as Wilkins Stadium site for today's Great American Conference matchup between Southeastern Oklahoma State and Southern Ark. And that quietness you hear right now, That would be the crowd here at Southern Art.
You know what that is? That's a collective uh-oh is what that is.
Here is your Texoma Chevy dealer scoring drive recap. Rob Johnson, special teams getting it done.
Well, I'm going to have to guess here because the stat program does not have the yardage returned, but I had it at 68, that he picked it up about the 32-yard line and took it back from there. So that's what we're going to call it.
Your U.S. Cellular kickoff sliding past the returner and goes out of the back of the end zone.
Number 7, Dylan Cox kick goes into and out of the end zone for a touchback. Your Riders will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
Now, the downside of that, and again, there's not a whole lot of downside, but it's my job to point out every angle. And at this point, the issue is that defense got to come back out on the field again. Now, that said, they're energized by that play. This Southern Arkansas offense has kind of gone into a little bit of a shell here, all too happy with a 2-score lead to just kind of pound and ground. And now they're in a situation where they really need to move the football in this defense. One more stop to give the offense a chance to step up.
I'm going to say unofficially in the Division II era, that's the first kick block return for a touchdown. And getting out to the edge is the tailback Lambert. I was going through, there's a flag right in the vicinity of the hole. I was going through Matt's record books. I found several block punts that have been returned for touchdowns. Did not see a block kick return for a touchdown. All the way, Matt Thomas. I'm busy. I know Matt's in the recliner right now just soaking this up. So, Matt, get a little SID work in.
Unrecline. Get your phone, brother. Look it up. I say that. You can stay reclined if you want.
So Southern Ark here going in reverse. 2nd and 20 after the holding penalty. Takes them back to the 15. Handoff, right side run. It's the tailback Lambert. Lambert picking a couple of those yards back up to the 19-yard line.
He's going to bring up a 3rd and 16.
Near the 20-yard line.
This defense in position to get off the field here and a quick 3 and out, and the offense is going to have a chance. Need to be over there getting a game plan together and putting some. could be a huge drive coming up right here.
2nd down and 16 to go.
First things first, get this stop.
They have 3rd down on the big board, but there was, of course, a no down ran on the penalty play.
Is that a timeout?
Officials now discussing something.
Getting out the conference room table again. Okay.
And all of that for nothing. 2nd down and 16. Southeastern down by 2 after a blocked field goal return for a touchdown. The return from Cole McKnight. Harris receives the snap. Conservatively runs to the left and viciously is dropped by Detorian Johnson and Andrew Grissom.
You know what? That's going to now the clock is running, but there's still 5 minutes left in this football game.
And you got the 2 minute. Well, you got the 2-minute timeout. Southeastern has all 3 timeouts. Remember, Coach Smiley had to burn one of his timeouts due to the officials in the first part of this second half. Unable to determine whether or not it was a first down or not.
Bottom line, 3rd down, big stop right here. Need to get off the field.
The biggest 3rd down of the game so far for this Savage Storm defense. Harris in the gun. Receives the snap, looking to pass, has running room in front. Dodges out to the right, eludes a tackle, runs out of bounds short. And they're going to be talked into a 1st down run. That is an absolute horrible spot on the part of the line judge. He literally got talked into it by the home sideline. That is atrocious.
That is atrocious. I can see it. It's right here in front of us. We can only see about 25% of the stinking field to begin with, but that one is right in front of us, and it's horrendous, period.
Absolutely horrendous there, but nonetheless allowed Harris to get out. You got to think he did have to pick up 14 with his legs, and he did. Harris will run to the right, and he is hamstrung there by D'Angelo Shanks. only 1 yard into the run. Coach Adterbury, I think, is absolutely livid over on the far side of the field.
And should be.
I wonder, could they have challenged the spot there?
Well,
I don't think it would have mattered.
I mean, I've never seen a play overturned in the GAC in the 3 years since they've had review. It's almost to the point where
what are we doing?
The money on the iPad. You know what I mean?
2nd down and 9. Clock moving here. Southeastern with all 3 timeouts. 3:19 to go. Down by 2. Handoff. Lambert runs left side. Keeps his footing. Falls forward. And is going to be stopped about a half yard short of a first down.
Something I noticed right before the snap of the ball, both of these outside receivers were both on the line of scrimmage. If they had tried to throw that ball, one of them would have been ineligible and would have probably caused a penalty. That said, got to recognize they're going to have to run the football. They did and got 9.5 yards apparently.
So the horrible spot, keeping it alive for Southern Ark. And now they're running clock here up by 2. Harris receives a low snap, runs to the right, has a first down. He stood up at the 46. At a point here, Southeastern's going to have to start burning timeouts.
Starting to pull at the football. That's the goal, is they want to get that football out of there. Again, 2-point game, so all you need is field goal range, albeit that's been an adventure this season for Southeastern. It looks like it's going to run down to a 2-minute timeout.
And they'll allow it to go all the way out, and we'll take the 2-minute timeout. 16-14 are scored. 2-point advantage for Southern Ark. They have the football. Back after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
When it rains, it pours. So it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance Agent Al Olson can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Agent Al Olson at 580-924-3898 to find out how he can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Al Olson at 580-924-3898.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
It's time to rake in the cash this November at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant. It's the Fall into Cash giveaway. Play with your Choctaw Rewards Club card to earn entries for your pile of cash. Hourly drawings begin at 6 p.m. every Friday and Saturday night with grand prize drawings at 1 a.m. Be sure to join us this November for the $1.2 million Fall into Cash giveaway. You'll be thankful you did. Only at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant.
One more gut check time tonight for the defense. As everything here in the second half has been by way of defense or special teams. As all the points scored by Southern Ark by way of field goals. They've hit 3 of them. Southeastern's lone touchdown by way of what was confirmed by Matt Thomas as the first block field goal return for a touchdown since Southeastern has been a member of NCAA Division II.
Expect the ball to stay on the ground. Going to have to start using timeouts here.
First down and 10 at their own 46. Harris receives the snap, handoff Lambert, left side run, and he's able to pick up a chunk to the midfield stripe. Southeastern will burn a timeout. We'll leave it right here. Remind you to stick around for the Choctaw Casino Resort post-game show. Also remind you some great shows coming to the Choctaw Grand Theater next weekend. Chris Young. Got some big shows coming up. Leonard Skinner, Kansas later in the month for all you classic rock fans. And then a little bit later on, we'll go a little Red Dirt. Got it all coming to you to the Choctaw Grand Theater. Visit ChoctawCasinos.com/events for ticket info. Only 4 seconds running off of the game clock. But the bigger thing, 4 yards picked up. And that will make it second and a very manageable 6 here.
Well, the best you can hope for here for Southeastern is a 3 and out, use the other 2 timeouts. Even in that scenario, Southern Arkansas would punt the football and likely pin you deep with no timeouts. And what,
I would argue a clear stop so that you cannot get an atrocious spot. That would be my first.
You know what? I'm right there with you. Fact is, you ought to be on about your 4th offensive play right here, because that should have been 4th down, but we should move on.
And, of course, there's all. It's the longest word in the dictionary. There's a joke that goes with that, but it's not safe for radio. Snap back to Harris, handoff left side run. Lambert crushed as Jordan Hood able to corral him, take him down. And they'll say he picks up half a yard. 3rd down and long here. 3rd and 5.
Look at this from a Southern Arkansas perspective as you get the second timeout from Southeastern. You're more than content to put this ball on the ground, even if you don't pick it up. Get rid of that 3rd timeout from Southeastern. Punt the football and pin them deep as you can. They'll be coming out with 1:40 left, 1:35, and no timeouts, needing to go 90 yards and haven't shown the ability to go even half that to this point in the second half. So from their perspective, that's what you would expect to see here, and I expect to see the ball stay on the ground.
So it is 3rd down and 5. Southeastern's defense has been dealt a bad hand this entire second half. And they have been able to hold Southern Ark to only 9 points. They need one more stop here. And I would think that you would want to make it where it's a convincing enough stop here to force a punt, because if it's 4th and short, I may be gutsy enough to go for it if I'm Coach Smiley, especially with the quarterback Harris. Harris here in the gun on this 3rd and 5 play. Receives a snap, runs left. Seabach, Grissom, Johnson converge. And with that, the final timeout taken by Southeastern. We'll take a quick one ourselves. Back after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it making more money. Spend it making more memories. Spend it learning a new skill. Spend it teaching an old trick. Spend it career climbing. Spend it mountain climbing. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Somewhere not so far away is a location waiting for memories to be made and unexpected finds and flavors to be discovered. It's no mystery. It's Durant, Oklahoma. If it's been a minute since you've last visited, you've missed out. This gym off Lake Texoma has so much to offer. There's something for every style, taste, interest, and age. Soak up every experience and take a few memories home with you. We invite you to stay, play, and enjoy right here in Durant, Oklahoma.
Ethan Rieger will punt this one away. Southeastern's defense able to get the job done. Watch for perhaps a fake, though. We are at midfield. 1:48 to go. 2-point lead for Southern Ark. Snap is back, and the punt away from the foot of Rieger going toward Williams, who will fair catch it inside the 15. So the defense has done its job and done it well here in the second half. The offense has to put together a drive, something they have not done here in the second half. Southeastern has had the ball here in the second half 4 times, and those 4 drives have ended a pair of 3-and-outs and a pair of interceptions.
That's not good. Bottom line, let's talk about what's been successful so far. It's that quick, short passing game. Need a missed tackle.
Start this drive at their own 14-yard line. 1:42 to go. It is a 2-point game. Snap back to Howard. Howard looking to pass. Flushed out. Has to avoid the sack. Does. Throws on the run. Has a man. And it's broken up at the last moment. Brewer was the intended receiver, and going Superman into the far sidelines to break that pass up. It was a dynamic effort there by the linebacker, Carter Wells, who just came flying in at the last minute. He's not there. Brewer has a first down and more. Instead, it's an incomplete pass. And here to pass is Howard, finds his man Steens, caught at the 30, and they'll move it along. No timeouts remaining for Southeastern, down to the 29-yard line on that, so a pickup of 15. Clock stops, or doesn't. They move the sticks here. Howard in the gun. receives the snap, looking, pumps once, now fires out too short, finds Sternberger, who's tackled inbounds. As making the tackle here on the near side, or the far side, was Zay Woods.
Credit Sternberger there for saving Howard another issue, because that was an undercut route.
2nd down and 8, under a minute to go here in the 4th. Howard looking to pass. Howard looking downfield, has to do something with it, throws it short to Steens, who gets out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. Brings up 3rd and short, but that's not the big issue.
Right.
The big issue is you have 47 seconds. You have 63 yards to cover, and you're down by 2.
Need about 38. You'd like to have 40 yards here to get in comfy field position.
For Dylan Cox, who is 0 for 3 from the 50s this year. Howard to pass under pressure. He eludes a sack. Running out to his left. Can't elude that sack, though.
Got to throw that one away, kiddo. That's a mistake.
And that one brought down at the 30-yard line. Loss of 7 on the play. Clock ticking. Doesn't matter. 4th and 9 here. 35 seconds to go. Howard in the gun. Receives the snap. Pressure off of the edge. Throws over the middle. Pass is caught. First down, Steens moves the sticks. Clock stops for a moment. They've got to spike the football.
Yeah, you got to think about
24 seconds remain.
Got to think about clocking it, and they're not going to. Got to
Howard
hurry.
gets up. He does spike it here. 4 seconds run off of the clock. 20 seconds to go. The first down achieved on 4th and 9. But now, if you're looking at a field goal attempt, because I see you counting out the yardage here, Rob.
Well, they don't have that little orange line like on television I'm used to. You know what I mean?
You need about 28 yards.
Yeah, I mean.
But here's the thing. You've got 20 seconds. A 28-yard play, you have to get your rear to the line and spike it to even have a chance.
100%.
4 wide, 2 to each side. Howard, and now a timeout taken by Southern Arc.
Interesting, because what that does, well, they still got one more, I guess. If you're able to get in field goal range, there goes your chance to ice the kicker. But in fact, they've got still one timeout left.
Their second timeout.
So no timeouts remaining for Southeastern. Southeastern's offense is fighting to stay alive just moments ago. That sack taken by Colton Howard, that one hurt.
Yep.
He lost about 10, 12 seconds off of that alone.
Big mistake there. You got to throw that ball away. That said, reset here. 2nd down. Downs really aren't an issue at this point. It's all about the clock, and you would expect Southern Arkansas to be guarding the boundary and be guarding deep. So you're going to have all kinds of opportunities to throw in the middle of the field, but you got to get the ball at least beyond the yard line to gain in order to stop the clock momentarily and allow you to go spike it.
This is where the offense really misses the speed of Victor Taylor. Out with injury this week. They have Steens and Sternberger lined up to the right. Brewer and Corona lined up to the left. Howard in the gun, receives the snap, steps up. Now to his right. Looking, lets it go, and incomplete, but they run off 7 seconds of clock there as Howard takes a late hit. And it's 3rd down now. Of course, again, the downs don't really matter. Now you're looking for a miracle.
Yeah, you're down to 2 or 3 plays at this point. You're going to have to, first things first, it's 3rd down. Again, the downs aren't as big an issue, but 2 plays left in the football game if you don't get past the line to gain. And that said, with 13 seconds, not a lot more than that anyway.
So Howard in the gun, Shannon to his right, 4 wide with 13 to go. Back to pass, airs it out deep left side. That one picked off, and that'll do it. Interception by the safety, McLaughlin, and that'll do it here in Magnolia. 7 seconds on the game clock, but it won't matter. Southern Arc will have to come out and take a knee, and Southeastern will lose 16-14 here this afternoon and will fall to 4-6 on the season. So the interception there as fans begin to exit stage left. And they'll be making their way out to the parking lot. Southeastern Oklahoma State will fall to 4-6 on the year. Got to go back to that first down on 3rd and long that was achieved by Southern Arc. Just very, very questionable spot to say the least. Harris takes snap, takes knee, and that'll do it. Coming up, it's the Choctaw Casino Resort postgame show. We get it underway after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Texoma Chevy dealers.
Steubenville Chevrolet in Durant is proud to support Savage Storm Athletics. And with the same pride, resilience, and strength as Savage Storm fans, Steubenville Chevrolet is proud to be Durant Chevy dealer. When you need a new car, truck, or SUV, the Steubenville team is ready to find your perfect tailgate vehicle. No need to leave town to find what you want. Stay local, buy your Chevrolet the Steubenville way, and go Savage Storm.
We recently hung out at Taco Casa to find out how Casa fans eat their casa.
Bean burrito and Frioles. I just ground it in taco sauce, and then that's it.
Taco light and a taco burger and a Diet Coke. I don't put no sauce. Sour cream, jalapeno peppers.
Taco lights are my favorite. I put everything, but I don't use any hot sauce. I like it just plain. Also like lots of sour cream on mine.
Eat your casa your way at Taco Casa, 1st Street in Durant and southbound 75 in Calera.
My name is Piper James, and I am a patient coordinator at Westside Family Dentistry. Being able to help patients achieve their goals from my side, just being able to see people leave with a better smile and happy with the experience they have at our office.
From preventative dental care to comprehensive reconstruction, they are committed to providing dental excellence while improving your oral and overall health. Westside Family Dentistry, 2915 Westside Drive in Durant, and westsidefamilydentistry.com.
Craving bold flavors and good vibes? Come on down to El Caporal Mexican Restaurant and Bar, your local fiesta headquarters. Sizzle your taste buds with Tex-Mex favorites, fresh seafood dishes, and don't forget their legendary top-shelf margaritas. Shaken, stirred, and always served with a smile. Whether it's date night, family night, or Margarita Monday, El Caporal is the place to be. El Caporal, where every night feels like a fiesta. Visit today. Taste the tradition, stay for the fun.
Welcome back, everyone. It is the Choctaw Casino Resort postgame show as Southeastern Oklahoma State falling here this afternoon by a final of 16-14. We get set to go down to Rob Johnson and Coach Bo Adterbury, and now the two have met, and let's go down to Rob. Rob?
Well, Coach, tough loss on the road today. Obviously, you had some early success from this offense, but struggled there in the second half.
Yeah, it is. It's embarrassing, and it's all my fault. I told them not to tell everybody that.
Well, listen, it's not about fault at this point, but let's talk on the positive side about this defense and how much they stepped up.
Well, yeah, they stepped up. I knew in the first quarter we were going to be out there too damn long if we moved the we didn't.
Well, Coach, tough loss, but a long trip back and trophy on the line next week.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
See you in Durant.
Yes, sir. We'll be there.
It's right there, Coach Bo Adterbury. Final score 16-14. Things breaking up a little bit here. Of course, not the most optimal spot in the GAC broadcast-wise, but nonetheless, you got the sentiment of what Coach Bo had to say there. 16-14, the final score here in Magnolia, as Southern Arc they improve to 7-3 on the season. They will be taking on Arkansas Monticello next week. You would think that would be a win, and that would move them to 8-3 season with an outside chance at a postseason berth for Southeastern. On the other hand, they fall to 4-6 now in 2025. Coming up, we have got stats, hard hats, all the good stuff coming up. It's the Choctaw Casino Resort postgame show. We continue after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
It's time to rake in the cash this November at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant. It's the Fall into Cash giveaway. Play with your Choctaw Rewards Club card to earn entries for your pile of cash. Hourly drawings begin at 6 p.m. every Friday and Saturday night with grand prize drawings at 1 a.m. Be sure to join us this November for the $1.2 million Fall into Cash giveaway. You'll be thankful you did. Only at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant.
Shelburne Heating and Air is the choice for all your residential and commercial needs. Service and installation on brands you know and trust. Carrier, Trane, Luxair, Mitsubishi, and American Standard. Shelburne Heating and Air specializes in optimizing the performance of your heating and cooling system. Here to help you improve your indoor comfort. Shelburne Heating and Air, your locally owned heating and air experts. For contact info, visit shelburneheatair.com.
50 years ago, phones worked by turning a crank to generate electrical current. Cherokee Communications found one of these phones at Lake Texoma, dropped in the water to electrocute fish to the surface. Fishermen, don't drop your phone in the water. What worked back then is now impossible and probably very, very illegal. Cherokee Communications. We can't catch fish for you, but we can save you boatloads on TV, internet, and phone.
Snap is back, hold is down, and it is blocked. It is blocked. Cole McKnight will pick it up, and he'll scoop it up the right sideline, midfield 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. House call. Touchdown, Southeastern. And Southeastern down by 3 with 6:17 to go here in the fourth. That's as close as it would get, though. The blocked field goal return for a touchdown, the first in Southeastern's Division II history. But they fall here today 16-14. That's your final score here tonight. And with that, Southeastern Oklahoma State falling to 4-6 on the season. Time to take a look at the final numbers in this one in the Choctaw Casino Resort post-game show. We'll have hard hats that we will dole out as well as we'll so looking across the sidelines, Jalen Wilson, former Southeastern Oklahoma State defensive tackle. He is down now with Southern Arkansas, and he's across the way taking a few post-game photos with his former teammates D'Angelo Shanks and Dylan Seabach as we take a look at the final numbers in this one. Southeastern Oklahoma State offensively, they could just never get it going. As we take a look at the final numbers, only 224 yards of offense today on 54 snaps. Southern Arkansas, they really didn't get it going either. They only had 306 yards of offense on 74 offensive plays. They were turned away often in the second half, settled for 3 second-half field goals for those go-ahead points. Had 4 field goal attempts total. Of course, you just heard the one that was blocked and returned and made it close. Rushing game, Southeastern's rushing game really never got going today. 20 carries, only 78 yards. Remember, 28 of those yards came on the Donovan Shannon touchdown run. So 19 carries for 50 yards. As the passing game, 23 of 34 through the air for Colton Howard in his first career start. Threw for 146 yards, but did have 3 interceptions. The last one, of course, more of a desperation-style interception, but nonetheless, 3 picks in the game. Southern Arkansas's passing game, 14 of 20 passing for Hezekiah Harris. Harris with 103 yards through the air, had a long pass of 20. Got it done on the ground, 31 carries for a net of 113 yards, as it was Catravian Thomas who had the lone offensive score for the Mule Riders, 10 carries for 56 yards and a score there. Donovan Shannon, 8 carries for 64 yards and a score as well. As a leading receiver today for Southeastern was the redshirt freshman from Anna, Texas, Sean Steens. Steens with 8 catches for 42 yards in the loss. Let's hand out some hard hats to go around today. First hard hat going out to Donovan Shannon. Shannon, 8 carries for 64 yards and a touchdown. He was the lone bright spot on the offense today. Defensively speaking, we take a look at D'Angelo Shanks. Shanks adding to his sack total this season. He had 7 tackles, including that sack for a loss, with a team lead 5 sacks on the season. And how about the linebackers, Zatarian Johnson and Will Wallace, each with 12 tackles in the game, and Dylan Seabach with 10. There are your Durant Lumber Hard Hat Award winners. Don't forget, Monday the drawing, we will hand out and give away a Traeger tailgating grill courtesy of Durant Lumber. We'll be hosting that on Facebook Live on the Mix 96.1 Facebook page. And Southeastern falls today 16-14. Final thoughts, Rob?
Well, I respect your hard hat decisions, but I would offer one honorable mention hard hat, for lack of a better term, and that's Cole McKnight. Obviously, the field goal return for a touchdown is huge. But coming back off of injury, having been out and not played for several weeks, not only did he come back, he played the entire football game and made some big stops defensively, not only in coverage down here in the end zone, but in tackling, and just did a pretty good job all day long. And then the exclamation point, obviously, the field goal return after the block.
Played the entire game and not nearly as winded as you are from making one trip down to the
That's
sidelines.
a lot of stairs, bro. I'm working on it, but that's a lot of stairs. You're right.
16-14, the final score here. Coming up, we sign off from Magnolia, Arkansas after this on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Durant Lumber Company, your only locally home-owned lumber and true value hardware store at 115 South 3rd Street, has been a supporter of our community's local schools and athletes for over 100 years. You know Durant Lumber for all of their high-quality building materials. Now, get to know Durant Lumber for all of your game day needs with Traeger grills, wood pellets, outdoor furniture, and more. Durant Lumber, in the heart of downtown Durant. Quality products, competitive prices. Durant Lumber Company. Behind every project is a true value.
Dive into the new Ultimate Trio at your neighborhood Applebee's of Ardmore, where every combo is a winning play. Pick, mix, and score for just $14.99. Who will you draft? Will it be chicken quesadillas with chipotle lime salsa, or boneless wings with house-made ranch or blue cheese? With 10 apps and 10 dips to combine, any combination could be the winning play. The Ultimate Trio, only at your neighborhood Applebee's of Ardmore, 2680 West Broadway. Open till midnight Sunday through Thursday, and open till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
Athletic injuries are essentially orthopedic injuries with sports-specific components. At Excel Therapy, our goal is for the athlete to return to the sport quickly. Excel Therapy can assist in speeding up recovery following surgery by improving range of motion, strength, and flexibility. At Excel Therapy, we excel at sports medicine. We excel at physical therapy. We excel at helping you excel. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, our team excels at orthopedic injury recovery and sports medicine. Find us at exceltherapyok.com.
Shamrock Bank is an employee-owned company based in southeastern Oklahoma. We are a proud sponsor of Savage Storm Athletics. Many of our employee owners are alumni of Southeastern and know firsthand the opportunities higher education can bring. Our success is tied to the success of the communities we serve. Come see the difference employee ownership makes. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Wrapping up things here at Wilkins Stadium, Jay Lindley alongside Rob Johnson as we wrap things up here on this Saturday. Southeastern Oklahoma State falling to 4-6. It was a tough loss. Back-to-back losses now for the Savage Storm. They have lost the last 2 games by a combined 3 points. The defense getting it done, just unable to get anything going offensively here this afternoon on the road. Of course, don't forget, basketball beginning this week. Men's basketball at Bloomer Sullivan Arena in Durant. You can get your first look at the Savage Storm men's basketball team as well as rival East Central. They're all part of a crossover challenge with teams from the Northern Sun coming to Durant, including Minot State and Minnesota Duluth. We'll have those games for you on the Go Southeastern YouTube channel beginning on Friday evening. And then Saturday, we wrap things up. Don't miss out on Tailgate Alley. We'll have a fun time down in Tailgate Alley with U.S. Cellular. Caroline Kane will be on location beginning at 9:30 in the morning with Mix 96.1. We'll take it all the way up till 11:30, and then pregame coverage will begin on the Southeastern Sports Network for the second longest running rivalry in the state of Oklahoma. Southeastern East Central will do it again with a noon kickoff at Pollard Field. Final score here today in Magnolia, 16-14. Southeastern falls hard. Big thanks to our in-studio producer, Cobain Dude, Where's My Car, Reed. And for Rob Johnson, I'm Jay Lindley saying good night and so long, everyone, from Magnolia, Arkansas.
This has been Savage Storm Football on the Southeastern Sports Network. The Savage Storm are brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, First United Bank, the Chutta Foundation, and the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. Savage Storm Athletics are sponsored by U.S. Cellular, Shelburne Heating and Air, Cherokee Communications, and El Caporal. The Savage Storm are also brought to you by Burridge Law, Westside Family Dentistry, Studeville Chevrolet, and Shamrock Bank. Also sponsoring the Savage Storm, Choctaw Careers, Taco Casa, your local Texoma Chevy dealers, Excel Therapy, and The Wine Cellar. The Savage Storm are brought to you in part by Sparlin Realty, Applebee's, The Artisan at Brick Street Hotel, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Arnett Insurance. The Savage Storm are sponsored in part by Durant Lumber, your farmer's insurance agent, Al Olson, Discover Durant, Blue River Winery, and Green Spray Foods.